to go to the library.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it would have just done like stuff like how giraffes do interest-specific stuff.
I mean, how is it? Yeah, actually, I don't know how it looks in cross-section in giraffes.
I mean, giraffes, it's just ossicones. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
like where they're
is it like hollow and stuff, or?
I don't think there's any good cross sections.
Pretty sure I have seen like photos of like cut open giraffe skulls.
Maybe I'm just. Oh wait, nah, it's pretty similar. Like in other talk text. Like that's pretty similar.
Yeah. And giraffes do crazy stuff with their heads, so
yeah.
I mean, there's videos of them like absolutely pummeling each other with their heads.
Yeah. They do everything but headbutting with their heads.
Yeah, it's more like a club.
Yeah.
They
I
use
mean,
their heads like Ichthyosaurs their tails. Stupid.
Yeah, I mean it's even a mace because like they grow extra ossicones throughout their life.
They just get better at it.
Yes, yes.
Although in that case, it would be cool if we have enough skulls to have a look for potential signs of combat. Although in that case,
yeah, there's two. There's two skulls from the dude. Also, Raven wants up.
Nope. Boop.
Doop bop a dee, beep bop a doo, boop bop a dig it, doop bop a dee. Also joining in today, my husband.
Hello there.
Oh.
He is going to be joining us for the first time ever.
Incredible.
Yippee.
First time vlogger here. My folder finally completely loaded in. Yippee. Come on. Yeah, folder was in 4,000 files. It takes a second. Hello there, Vendetta. Here we go. Okay. Last stream we ended on Ichthyosaur, and on this flocking we will continue with, by the looks of it, this guy here. Guidraco is first in line. Pterosaur. It's number 1. Next in line.
Oh, also Iru wants up.
The dinosaur skull.
I thought for sure you were going to include that new hadrosaur today, or iguana.
It's a non-dinosaur flocking.
Okay, fair enough. We'll do it next week. Maybe.
Hello.
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 We're doing Dinosaurus.
No, we're doing Guidraco
I
currently.
mean, yeah, no, yeah,
Eventually.
yeah, I know.
Then Eretmorhipis, bestest of all the marine reptiles. And Protoichthyosaurus, so we stay underwater. Yippee! With number 4. You'll love to see it. Let me actually, before we forget it, make an announcement.
It's from Jiffatang. Makes sense, makes sense.
Yep. Water from Hell. I wouldn't use that skeletal mount for reference. I know the project where it's
skull.
from. The artist got much better at sculpting pterosaur skeletons later on. That was his first attempt at it. And it kind of shows still.
In the lateral, it looks like this guy got hit with like a cartoon hamburger. Has a huge bump on his head.
Yep. As you can see by this lovely skeletal drawing by Sassy, we only have a little bit of the neck and the skull. The skull, thankfully, is pretty well preserved. But it's also the only specimen we have. Here also drawing of the specimen and reconstruction. Snout was probably quite slim. Based on what we have. Actually, I don't know anymore where people put it these days. Okay, Anhangverine. Still. So, yeah. You can expect a postcranial anatomy similar to Anhanguera, a well-known ornithocheirid. Of which I think Sassy also has a skeleton. Let me check. Yes. Ooh. Okay.
I don't know how much we even need to say about this guy.
Doesn't matter much. But yeah, Synapsid, Therapsid fan. We are really doing Dinosaurus. The dinosaur ever. Imagine we find that it is indeed a valid taxon, and then we find a few more of them. So they have to be put into their own clade.
Dinosaur Day.
What do you call that?
I'm actually kind of surprised at how small Guidraco is. I thought it was larger.
No, it's not a big one.
According to the phylogeny I'm looking at, Guidraco is actually a close relative of Ludodactylus and Colchocephalus.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the crest Anhanguirinae.
Although I'm not sure if that is a real thing or if that's just an artifact because it also has a crest. But
Yeah. I mean, there's probably more features outside of that.
2DL last line. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. I see you on YouTube. First time here. What's going on? Well, we are having stream today, as you can see. This is a so-called flocking together stream, something we do every Friday here on PaleoStream. And people have voted beforehand and suggested beforehand on a bunch of different creatures they would like to draw, and then voted on them. And yeah, the 4 most voted on creatures will be drawn. Today we're starting with Guidraco. Everyone can join in. We have a timer of 20 minutes for every sketch. And yeah, we are close to starting with our first one here. Erasing the rhino. Yeah, there isn't that much to say because we don't have that much material. And I don't think we have the time to do like a crash course in pterosaur anatomy for everyone. Putting also here.
Tiny body, huge head.
Yeah.
If you think on the body small enough, you probably have not.
Yeah. If you look at the torso in Sassy's drawing here compared to the skull, it's nearly 2 times the length. So act accordingly in your drawing. Keep that in mind. Okay, let me quickly do something here. Diabetes related, we go. Oh boy, that's a little bit high.
You should.
Okay, and now we get the timer. 20 minutes.
Do you think these guys would have had webbed feet?
We have webbed feet in Pterosaurus, but I don't know.
Hard to say.
That's...
Really hard to say. It's especially because this family is usually associated with marine settings, but this is not for marine setting. Geophytang is similar to Yishan, these volcanic lakes in the middle of China.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah. They probably acted similarly, like ecology-wise, like they clearly have like teeth for grabbing fish and stuff. So acting a little bit like inland gulls. I mean, you have also gulls these days like that go inland a lot, but yeah. It's an interesting case. Also goes to show, because of most of our deposits that have pterosaurs are marine, it shows how much pterosaur diversity we probably miss. Because lake deposits aren't that common, especially ones that preserve good enough to have pterosaurs in them. But yeah, Guidraco. I think I will make mine in flight. And let us start with this funky little creature. In 1, 2, 3, go.
I assume with it being a pterosaur, it's just gonna basically be like thin triangle and cross section, like headwise, or at least like from top down.
Yeah, I would assume so. The interesting part with Ornithocheiroids is that, in difference to other like large marine pterosaurs, they don't have these super long metacarpals. Like Pteranodon has famously very, very long metacarpals. Also, like Arcdarchoids, usually super big in that department, although they are more terrestrial. Instead, they just make the wing finger longer.
I'm not gonna count the teeth.
Yeah, for your own sanity, don't.
I was gonna say, how are y'all doing today, by the way?
Yeah, pretty good.
It's good.
Just chalk it up to individual variation, however many teeth you want to put in.
Yeah, or like being like changing teeth. Some missing. Some just
I would
going in.
imagine a lot of these fish trap jaw type pterosaurs would have broken teeth a lot.
Yeah. Not necessarily. I don't think we don't see it much in the fossil record. Because their prey is also not super hard. So not that much where it breaks off. But they probably exchanged teeth quite frequently. We have in Balaenognathus a filter-feeding pterosaur from the Jurassic with more than 500 teeth. You can see like wavy color bands in the teeth that probably show like a wave-like pattern in the way they replaced them.
That is fascinating.
I never know the exact place to end the Ramtheca with pterosaurs.
To answer what?
The Ramtheca.
Oh, I mean, these guys probably wouldn't have one, so.
They wouldn't? I thought some toothed pterosaurs did.
I doubt that Ornithocheiroids had. I mean, they have teeth, upper and lower jaw, like going right to the front.
Hmm.
Bramphorhynchus has that, and a few other long-tailed ones too. But from the top of my head, on an Ornithocheirid, I don't think so.
Interesting.
I am trying something new with my painting today. We will see if it works.
Nice.
Godspeed.
I mean, there's a cool thing with 20 minutes. This is not something you can do like super finished stuff in, but it's certainly enough time to just do some quick experiments.
Time check.
13 minutes left. Important if you show it in these guys in flight, the palms would face forward. And if on the ground, palms, hands like go basically backward under the wing, folded similar to this. Which might not have been the case in stuff like Gramphorhynchus. However, that is so far only based on trackways that have been questioned to be pterosaur in origin. Also, how dare you are genius. Protoichthyosaurus is not the most generic ichthyosaur.
Ichthyosaurus is.
There is Ichthyosaurus right there. And Stenopterygius. That is probably more generic even than Ichthyosaurus because it's probably more depicted. Because we have so much more of its fossils.
I was looking into Ichthyosaur taxonomy this week. It was very fun.
Oh no. Why would you do that to yourself?
I was curious.
Did you come across a beauty that is Platypterygius?
No, I was mostly in the Jurassic. Sorry. Yeah, so I avoided that mess. No, I was doing some scaling of some ichthyosaurs and I was trying to figure out like roughly how big each ichthyosaur is, roughly.
I mean, if you go like, yeah.
I think the rough scale I got was like
Triassic has certainly the biggest variety, but Jurassic still has.
Yeah. Jurassic has a surprising amount.
Quite a bit going on there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that because they look like in shape more similar, you don't really get a feeling for the differences in size. Like Nanopterygius, it's already a little bit in the name, but like tiny.
Nanopterygius is funny because its face is so squished.
And the tiny flippers.
Yeah, little guy.
It's like chibified itself.
It's such a goober. Yeah.
Honestly, like out of all ichthyosaurs, probably the best to make a plushie out of.
Mixosaurus also would work quite well.
Yeah, Mixosaurus, if you want it life-sized, that is.
Mm.
Yeah.
What about the super basal Chinese guy?
Ooh.
Oh, you mean
I
with
know
the,
there's
with
like
the
a super. Yeah.
big flippers? Ah, I
Yeah.
also forget its name right now.
Starts with a C.
Yeah.
Chowisaur. I know what. Yeah. I did some scaling of some other Jurassic taxa. It was very interesting. Oh yeah, I based on the scaling, I got one of the. I figured out like what one of the smallest stegosaurs were. It's very cute.
Oh, which one?
I have to get the document up. I like listed it all in the doc, and I don't have that doc open right now.
Yeah, don't worry.
And yeah. That thing was like 3 meters, if I remember correctly.
No, okay.
The document.
He has teeth.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
single
I've been-
stegosaur tooth from the Langenberg Quarry where Europasaurus comes from that is also like pointing towards a quite small taxon.
That's cute.
Or juvenile.
That is also, of
So-
course, possible.
Because
I wasn't expecting that paper today. Yeah.
I was saying it feels like at least a good amount of paleo artists forget that they don't need to depict everything as an adult.
That is
Yeah.
true.
When,
Which is
especially
why
with what
I
we know about
appreciate that
dinosaurs.
some people here on Flocking sometimes go out of their way to show the babies.
Even if it's speculative.
Even if it's just fodder for food for other dinosaurs.
Yeah, they have to eat too.
They have to. The babies are the babies are the most important part of the average theropod's diet.
Especially
most
if it's
likely.
sauropod babies.
It's basically like popcorn.
Literally the potato chips of the Jurassic, yeah.
Yeah, like little sauropops.
Sauropods.
They pop in your mouth. 6 minutes.
Oh, thank you.
I was about to ask.
Yeah.
I felt it coming. A disturbance in the force.
Mmm.
Oh wait, yeah, true. No, that is your line now.
A disturbance.
Yeah, on another server the other day we linked a bunch of people to Star Wars characters.
Ah, fun.
Yeah. It was decided
Whimsical.
by voice chat, not individual choices. So not everyone in it necessarily with what they imagined. I did not want
just-
to be Luke Skywalker. I will say that.
For anyone wondering, Dilo is Jar Jar Binks.
What are you, JW?
Me and Dynamo are like that two-headed pod racer, like announcer guy.
Oh, for those something, I forget his
From
name.
episode 1.
Blurbo and Blurbo.
Yeah, the two Glub Shadows.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say Glow Band.
You know, I genuinely have like from playing the Lego game, the new one. I can just hear them in my head going, "Skywalker's in the lead," and I'm just like, "No, stop it!" The amount of times I had to replay that level, painful.
But yeah,
Also,
we also made sure that all our Sith Lords are small. Armin is Darth Vader.
Which is why his profile pic is like that currently.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Videx and Fang are C3PO and R2D2.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
It was pretty
It was
much
the
the
first thing that we came up with, and it fits.
No,
So good.
Yakovos Chewie, I think, was the first.
Oh no, yeah, and of course, because Tim started it. Tim is Han Solo.
He's literally him.
It's literally him. When the man plays Han Solo in Battlefront, you should see him. It's quite
You
something.
should hear.
Or you should
beautiful
hear him
song.
because he always plays Han Solo. The song.
He is Han Solo. Solo.
He's
I-
very solo. Yes.
Most people were happy with their assignments.
That's good.
Yeah. Also, some questioned why.
I need to make that a bit darker.
Saurops, yes, indeed.
Oh.
Baby dinosaurs, the mini Oreos of the Mesozoic. And Pigeon Hunter, yes, we are doing Guidraco. Fuck, 2 minutes 30 seconds.
I think I'm cooking, Yash. I think I'm genuinely cooking.
You're cooking. What you
Yeah.
cooking?
Baby sauropods.
What?
Mm.
With gas or charcoal?
Propane.
Propane.
Is that like a,
Propane accessories.
I need to make people understand. The last time that I had an actual grill, the grill exploded. It was very funny and terrifying.
Was about to say, just funny.
You know, I was inside. The people, my cousins were doing the grilling.
For a
and
second I
basically
thought
the
you were
grill just
inside the
went-
grill, but
How does that even make sense?
I mean, considering what Eero told us in terms of story before, like I mean, I'm prepared for everything.
Oh god. No, I was inside the house, and basically the grill hadn't been used in like months apparently. So you just hear on the other end like a loud bang noise, and then like everyone came outside to see what had happened. It was just a giant flame of fire. Apparently someone had not cleaned the grill out. I should also clarify for those who are
so
South
that
African,
was
we call it
propane?
dry here. I don't remember. I think
Because
like,
I have never heard this happening with charcoal. We usually use charcoal. Over here.
it's like it's like I'll ask them next time I talk to them. Weirdest questions that they get asked is what kind of grill do we use here?
30 seconds.
Also,
Oh, no.
fun. Oh no, I can't draw these things. Fun fact: there's lampreys from this formation.
Oh yes.
Yes. I'm totally not drawing one.
I'm also not drawing one.
I tried to find photos of lampreys on like other animals besides fish, and I couldn't find any.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
That's what I was originally gonna go for, but I couldn't find one.
Okay, time's up. I feel inclined to make it blurry.
First time I've drawn anything in I think a couple weeks, so be kind.
We
Thought
shall.
you were
We
at-
shall.
I thought you were in flocking last week.
Was it last week? I can't remember.
might have been
My
the week
weeks kind of run
before.
together. I think it was a week
Wait,
before.
no.
I think I
Didn't
actually
you
went.
also do Ichthyosaurus?
But yeah,
Oh, you know, I did.
Yeah,
you
that
did
was
do
last
in
week.
these Star.
Okay, that was last week. Okay, well, that was the last time I drew anything. So, exporting now.
Oh god, everyone's done such great work.
Okay, I make mine extra grainy. Doop, 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 doop. Ricardo, no time for clouds. Okay, saving this.
This is a very petite core week. Two marine
yet-
reptiles and a pterosaur. Where the heck is she?
Oh, damn, I made it a JPEG and it's still. Oh wait, no, that's because I copied directly from GIMP and not from the folder. That's why.
Oh my god, MS Paint, and that looks so good, bro. That looks so good.
Which shows once again that it's not the tools.
No, it's genuinely amazing all everyone's work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I made the head big enough. Oh well.
You you didn't follow your own advice.
Nope.
Okay. Time to increase chat size. Boop. Okay. Let's have a look what people posted. Starting with Hussein, who did a little portrait here. Nice contrast between the bluish gray plumage and the fleshy skin on the face. Very nice. Quite liking that. I think the lower jaw is a little bit too wide here. I mean, it's only preserved in 2D, unfortunately, but I think the jaws were probably quite slim. Judging from what we have from other ornithocheiroids, they usually don't have like big spoons or like wide jaws or stuff like that. Maybe I should have posted like a compilation of skulls, but oh well. Next, Luan with this portrait as well. Very, very charming. I like how the tilted head and like how the feathers like flow into the wool thing. Nicely done. Then Velociraptor with this funny little portrait. I like the penguin vibes it gives off. Very cool. And the purple pinkish color of the crest. Good stuff. Rat. Joined late, but still makes some pretty solid line work here. Nice. I like this shape here on the crest and stuff. Very cool. I honestly hope that we get some more specimens of this guy. I could imagine that there was some very interesting variation going on in the crests. Maybe even some soft tissue that was sitting on top of it. Good stuff. And we have Mylodon darwini. This is a Guidraco incident. I maybe inspired by certain gull photos. Very cool. I love how completely unfazed and innocent the Guidraco looks. Excellent. I think you made the the metacarpals here a little bit too long. They are, interestingly, compared to most other pterosaurs, shorter than the forearm, which is weird. At least in other ornithochirids, that's the case. But I mean, we can't say for sure. But just mention this here. Then we have, that should be Sora. Yes, that's Sora. Sora with this portrait here, very cool, very nice. Again, like going in with this vulturine contrast between plumage and facial, and in this case also neck skin. I think the teeth could be a little bit larger in the front. And towards the back, the jaw would probably get wider. Yes, the jaws overall are rather slim, but still it would like widen towards the back. Yeah, you see it like you also did it with like the skull pretty well here. And you would also see that here on the lower jaw, like flaring out towards the back. Then we have Arrow coming in with, I see, there's a lamprey. Nice. On the shorelines, looking at some potential prey. Very good. Going in with a nice amount of soft tissue here and stuff. And whose phone is dinging? It's not mine. Anyway, I think the skull could be a little bit more concave at the top. Like when you look at the skull, it has like a very gentle upward curve, like from the eyes towards the snout. So like the whole thing is slightly upcurved, the jaw here, but yeah, good stuff. Oh, also very important to say, the fingers would face backward. Then we have a genius who got hardly anything done. I think it still works pretty nicely for what you have here. I think the limbs could be slightly longer. Overall, here's the arms. I think the legs are probably fine. And a little bit more muscular. But yeah, otherwise I think it's pretty good. A few more teeth, I would say, like the smaller ones. Yes, you put in the big ones, but a few more there. No, otherwise looks good. Ooh, Wieswain doing some speculative stuff with soft tissue here, going for turkey. Has an inspiration here. Title is gooey, I can see that. It is very gooey indeed, very fitting. Loves a little tuft on the end of the tail here. Fun stuff. Then we have Bonaloo going in with MS Paint. Damn. Just a few minutes. Yep, that happens. Looks good, although good. Looks good indeed. I would also tell you that the teeth could be probably a little bit longer at the front here. They have impressive chompers, especially from this perspective. And that you made the torso, I think, a little bit too large. Feels like that, at least. Considering that your perspective is like, it's coming towards the camera, it would be even more skewed towards the torso looking small. And again, like, I think the head is a little bit too straight. Like could have this gentle curve to it. But yeah, no, otherwise looks pretty good. Did it lose a tooth or had some prey in there? Who knows? Then that looks like Alex, who has a beautiful new profile picture. Yes, indeed. With this Guidraco and a baby, I guess, between the jaws. Very fun. Looks suspiciously demonic. Excellent. As pterosaurs should. There we go. With Raven here and her little Guidraco. I think the body overall and everything looks pretty cool. Very nice. It's lacking a little bit in the neck department, I would say. I would like double the length of the neck at least. And yeah, make the head a little bit larger, like by maybe 20% upscaling. Otherwise, that looks pretty nice indeed. Then, more flying guys. Baim. 2 specimens even here with some sexual dimorphism. Or it's, I mean, it could also be ontogeny. Like with bald eagles that only after, like, what is it, 7 years or so grow in their white head. We have no idea how Pterosaur did that. Although, no, actually we do. Because we know the ontogeny of a few guys with crests, and since crests are probably linked to sexual maturity in some case, we see how early they come in. So yeah, correcting myself. Yeah, no, that looks pretty good. I think you missed a little bit out here in this specimen on the metacarpals. That looks either way too short or that they are missing. Even from this perspective, it feels a little bit short there. But no, otherwise very nice. Ooh, more stuff with fun soft tissue here by Cheesy Cerato. Very nice. I like the pose you gave it. This quite upright thing here. That is very cool. And also again, like experimenting with the crest shape and what soft tissue might go on top of it. Very nice. Very, very cool indeed. Although, looking at the arms here again, it feels like you're missing in the metacarpals little, unless they are going deep into the water here, which doesn't look that much like it. Okay, Tiki Cosmonaut. Hello.
My hubs.
Oh, that's you. Hello. With this lovely little portrait. Look at him go. Very cool. Just like with some other people, I would say like could be a little bit more. Although it's less here is the case. A little bit more like curved upward. The skull, I would say, and a little bit deeper at the front. Like or overall a little bit deeper based on what we have in the skull, like the rostrum overall, a little bit more heft to it. But yeah, no, that looks very nice indeed. Appropriately small eyes and stuff. I think the here in the back could be a little bit like the tongue would probably sit a little bit deeper. But yeah, nope. Good stuff indeed. Then Ultra Loser with this beautiful little drawing. I love that the red on the crest is like mirrored by the red of the eyes. Cool beans. Again, I think it is unlikely that the jaw was this wide. At the front, at least. Because otherwise it would be probably not preserved like this. If it was wider, I would think that the rostrum would probably like tip to the side and be crushed in a way that shows how wide it was. We see that quite often in animals where once the pressure is applied by the sediment, at some point they get squished to one side that is like widest, like it's going by the least resistance usually. So yeah, Roadrunner from Hell with this one here swimming and having caught a fish. Very cool. I think the head could be a little bit larger, I think, proportionally. Yeah. And keep in mind the teeth will probably not fan out this much, I would think. Yeah, misjudged the space of the page. It helps to sometimes first do like a little tiny doodle beforehand, before jumping into a little bit larger piece. But I mean, we only have 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay, next, Iggy with these guys here just flying around, a bunch of them. What happened to the wing here? Ooh, I think there's no explanation. I think that might just be with scribble there. Sunset ran out of time. Yeah, if you want to do a sunset, it's better to not necessarily start with a blue sky, but go already in with the oranges from the start. Like have a warm palette from the very beginning. Otherwise, you're building up on top, but you will always still see like the blue coming through and stuff. So starting already from a warm base can help with that. Then Grok, Gilmore del Toro, the Draco eating a fish. Very cool. I think Guillermo del Toro would approve. I think the eye would probably need to sit a little bit higher here. Ornithocheiroids usually, or you see this also in Pteranodon, have their eyes quite high up on the skull, which is in a stark contrast to what we see, for example, in Atstarchids, specifically Atstarchoids, specifically Atstarchids and Xiaoyangopterids, where the eye is usually very low on the skull. They do be stupid like that. And then Vex. Got a drawing tablet. Ooh, second hand. Nice. Good. That is a fun little dude. I see what you did there with the logo. Nice. Very cool. Ooh, there is Adventologist. As usual, coming in with these dark values against light skull. Always good to look at. Very cool. Loving that flashy stuff. And Roman with one flying around. Being all giddy. Lovely stuff. T's got to be quite a bit larger. Like 3 times the size at the front. But otherwise, this looks pretty good. Also want to mention again, like in flight, the fingers wouldn't be like stretched out like this, but like palm forward, facing forward, fingers pressed against the big wing finger, stacked on top of each other. It's a weird thing they do that no other vertebrate does. And it's a little bit hard to wrap your hands around. Unfortunately, there are not many images that really show it. It's best to see that in a 3D model, really. And unfortunately, I don't know anyone from the top of my head that could help with that. But, yeah. Okay, next Saurops coming in with this guy. I love the big gular pouch here. That is very fun. Detail indeed. I think the torso is a little bit large. Metacarpals, again, a little bit too long for an ornithochyrid. But otherwise, this looks very solid indeed. Nice stuff. Ooh, also, it is like based on what we know about short-tailed pterosaurs. Probably unlikely that they had still membrane between tail and legs. You see that in Pterodactylus, where it basically gets reduced to like back of the heel to like the ass, but it no longer incorporates the tail really. That's something we only really see in long-tailed pterosaurs and Anurugnathids, which are short-tailed, but phylogenetically at least are long-tailed. Chuka Power with a 2-minute very quick doodle coming in here. So it's basically just an little doodle. But that looks pretty cool nonetheless. Quite like what you did with the wings here. Again, I know you're probably a little bit more used to other pterosaurs having these super long metacarpals, but not in this case, not with ornithocheiroids. They are stupid like that. Instead, they just make their wing finger longer and longer. I quite like the forward-facing perspective on the skull. That is a very Nice touch indeed. Then, tapping Snurtle, avoiding all the stupid shit with the long teeth and proportions by just showing part of the head. Here you see, who was doing the thing early? Iggy. Here you see nicely like how working from a warm base can work in the end. That is a pretty good example, I would say. The crest, unfortunately, looks like it's swooping backward in the moment. That is one of the fun things about Guidraco, that the crest is actually like going straight up and even a little bit forward leaning. So it would go this direction here. It's a little bit hard to do that because the perspective you choose is nearly looking completely dorsally onto the skull, which makes it hard to put in. But I think it can be done. It's a challenging one. Ooh, there we have JW with again the lamprey predation here. Very nice, very nice. I love the color scheme on the Guidraco and all the algae here. I think this is still too old to have like what's it called here, duckweed. But yeah, algae always works. Cool stuff indeed. Oh, gaps with an animation. Oh, there it comes. There it comes. Whoop, whoop. And blown, of course, by some wind. Excellent. Nice, nice. Ooh, adjusted proportions. Yes. That's it. Then we have US State of Soda. That must be Brontosaur. Coming in with a pair of wings that has no head yet. Oh boy.
And then a little guy.
And some little guy. And there's an update. Fix the teeth. Yeah. I think they could still be quite a bit longer. Like.
I mean, some of them are within the lamprey.
I know, but still, they would be probably so long that they would actually poke out the other side.
Horrible.
Horrible beast, I know. Like, only other animals that I know with such dentition are like deep sea fish. Then Iantion is seen bandwagon. Hello there. Dramatic Shwanky complaints. Nice. Why indeed? Well, have to do some more propaganda beforehand to make people vote for it. Psycat started late too, but I think it turns out pretty well still. Again, I think the teeth could be a little bit more longer and a little bit more downward facing. They're a little bit too forward facing right now, I would say. Otherwise, that looks nice. And Saurian coming in with a work in progress papercraft model. Very cool. That is a nice pair of wings there. Another papercraft model. Nice. That's how it will roughly look. Octolus coming in with a portrait. Quite like what you did here with plumage on the head. Head looks a little bit scrunched. Could be juvenile. Like overall should be longer. Little bit more. Yeah, slender. But otherwise, very nice indeed. And last but not least here, what's it? Is it Borgengale? Okay. At least that's how I read it. With this portrait, very cool. I quite like the inking like brushwork. Good stuff. Okay. Time to shrink the chat again. Whoop. And have a quick look what we have next. We do Dinosaurus. Yippee!
Ironically, not a dinosaur.
Indeed. it's synapsid. Arrow, take it away.
You don't understand. My expression right now is one of pain. So when I saw this thing winning, I got worried and was like, "How do you reconstruct it?" The honest answer is, there's no good way. You are making a therapsid. Good news, the head reconstructions for the ochre piece are both incorrect in my opinion. I have been searching for the last few minutes for Dinosaurus. I have found the holotype. Presenting what you have to work with. That's
Is there
it.
anything else? Is there anything else?
You'll love to see it.
Is there? Do we know what it's closely related to?
No.
I mean, I
It's
know it
genuinely
was
awful.
referred at some point to another species. So
Yes, it got referred to the one which we use for the ochre stream, which is interesting because the material was bad enough that it probably shouldn't be. And that one has two different okay, here's the material of that one from a different paper. Sorry for ranting about this.
it's fine.
This is the perfect time to do it.
Exactly.
So, the annoying thing is about Dinosaurus is the reconstructions have biases in two different directions. One is making it an antiosaurid, and the other one is making it a gorgonopsian. I don't think it's either. I think it's basal, so you base it on rare animus. The issue is it's rare animus. So that thing's known from like the tip of the snout. I don't think with the orbits there either, so it's not great. This thing is basal. So the skull reconstructions from the ochre stream, for those who are interested from that, I did take a picture of those before I went. And then Ivanako comes in and like says this thing's a Rubigigian.
No. No.
And then you realize the skull reconstruction he did is entirely just based on a different taxa, which we drew last time I was on flocking. It's based on the semi-aquatic organopsid, the not semi-aquatic one. It's thinking. Sorry, this thing has broken me.
So what is that specimen? Like what? Like I'm trying to comprehend what part of the skull it is.
I mean, we're looking
It's
at the
part
orbits
of the
there, I think.
jaw. Oh, you mean that one? You mean the yeah? That's the back of that's the back end of the skull. Like this is the reconstruction of the two recons. I trust the back latter one more than the forward one, but yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I mean like the Dinosaurus holotype.
Oh,
we are looking
good
at
question. I
what's
can't
the-
translate the paper.
Is it the
Yeah.
chin we are looking at, or would the jaw still go further there? I'm not quite sure if it's broken off there or.
I think it is broken there because it looks like
Yeah.
it does go forward. Because there's like a few more images, but I'm not sure if any of that is like that shows big teeth, but I'm not sure if that's just interpretation from a 50-year-old Russian paper, which I love.
Yeah.
So are we just drawing Fatinasuchus?
I mean, you're drawing a therapsid. Both of them are scrappy enough that I do not know how to assign them.
Awesome.
Spinonicus, yeah. I don't call it a terrible lizard because it certainly is not a lizard. Just call it terrible. That is.
I would like to also
certainly
mention,
the case.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Also, from my translation of what I could find pre-stream, we had this amazing sentence, which just this thing has been in taxonomic hell since it got described.
Yippee.
I wonder why.
Oh, also we have a question in chat on Twitch. Couchy boy, hello there. I'd like to ask, would a T-Rex be able to survive in today's Earth, or is oxygen levels like not good enough? Good question.
Oxygen levels.
Quick
don't
answer:
matter.
oxygen level has next to nothing to do with this. That is a myth that has been around for decades, and for some people for some reason, people still think that has much bearing on the size of animals. while Arrow was showing the things, I quickly grabbed actually this little graphic here. It's probably not the newest even, but there are things about the influence of oxygen's level on like the size of megafauna that have been around, and it's mostly bullshit. But also, we for the most part don't really know for sure how the oxygen levels looked like. These are rough estimates. You can see the blue space here is huge. Like the line in the middle is just the assumed most likely thing, or like the medium of all these, but there is like more than 10% difference in some cases here between the things. And as you can see,
Yo.
like on average, it looks like Cretaceous and Jurassic are actually lower in oxygen level than today. On top of that, dinosaurs are built quite different than modern day animals in that sense that their lungs are much more effective in extracting oxygen from the atmosphere, because they have lungs that are comparable to these of birds. So differences in oxygen level don't even like affect them much, even the largest of them. Lastly, it probably does not even affect much the size of insects and other arthropods. We know that there was a lot of oxygen during the Carboniferous around, but it looks like we only really lost giant insects once we have predators around that can hunt them. Like the largest dragonflies, quote unquote, we actually don't have from the Carboniferous, but like afterwards in the Permian. But stuff like Asteropleura, the giant millipedes, vanish basically the moment we have larger vertebrate predators around that they just couldn't defend against. So, and we have like giant dragonflies also, like up into the Jurassic, and then we have the emergence of like a ton of different pterosaurs and later bird lineages that can hunt on the wing. So that probably drove them to extinction. So yeah, oxygen, not a good proxy for determining how large animals get. If we look beyond like oxygen level, I think a T-Rex would just be fine today, in at least if it was live in an area that still has sufficient enough prey. That is the bigger concern. Because
Yeah, I
most
think it might just
ecosystems
start
today are
there.
so devoid of wildlife that it gets a little bit tricky for such a big predator to find enough to eat.
Yeah.
Okay, rant over. Back to Dinosaurus. And I think we
I
don't
remember
have
there
much
was
more to
another
say.
paper. This thing is. You can see the variation in the reconstruction of this animal. This is not good.
It is not good indeed, but that makes it more fun in a way.
So like a small, medium-ish Dinocephalia.
No. No.
Nope, not at all. Okay, I have.
No, I don't know. Like, one of the recons makes it more Ankylosaurus-like, and then the other one goes Gorgonopsian, and then my take is probably basal to both of them, which means Biomasuchian? Question mark? Do I have the Biomasuchus skeleton? Because that one does have good postcrania, and that's why I would use for basal rhapsids in general.
Yeah, maybe
It's
post
the
that, and then we have,
Yeah,
I think, enough
yoinking.
to use.
You aren't even using the actual material at this point, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, it's not even Dinosaurus. It's just maybe Dinosaurus.
So someone pranked VC or like flocking threat with it. What did they even
I-
put into it? Let me find what they even.
What did they use? I'm kind of curious. Here is the skeletal by aquamarine for Biomasuchus, which is the most basal forapsid with postcrania at this moment.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was just put in there because it was explicitly a non-dinosaur flocking. So it was this wink, wink. Wouldn't it be funny if we would still do dinosaur?
This was the post.
What was it? What's in the material? No! That's just. Ugh.
What is it? What is it now?
That's a Gorgonopsian!
Let's send him away.
That's a Gorgonopsian. They keep making him a Gorgonopsian when he might be, because they are basal enough, because we had the one from there. The material is so bad I can't tell.
Don't trust the
I
Russian.
mean, but that
Russian
photo actually
Permian
shows like the
taxonomy.
material, so
Never.
you can actually see that. Yeah, it's broken off at the front.
They
Yeah.
have some nice descriptions of stuff, but do not trust the taxonomy.
All the paleo environment, because this thing was claimed to be a terrestrial predator, which for once true.
Wow,
The rare.
that's a new one for the Russians.
Wow. I'm sorry, I'm not over semi-aquatic Innostransevia. I will never be over semi-aquatic Innostransevia.
Yeah.
So about how big was this guy?
I was just about to give you a scale for
Thank you.
so this thing. No, you're fine. Don't worry. It's the smallest predator in the formation, but it's like a Therapsid. He's minuscule.
Makes it even funny, honestly.
So yeah, my take would be give it a short tail, long lanky limbs. Don't make it Dinocephalian-ish. By that I don't mean like just don't give it Ankylosaur anatomy. I think that and Gorgonopsian anatomy is just unlikely for it. Maybe it is, but yeah. You know what the worst bit about this was? Was the final bit of thing that I saw was I looked up Dinosaurus and Paleostream and saw a now deleted post by Christian Comra on his Twitter saying like giving more of the material images of it, which no longer exists.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's honestly the greatest loss we have experienced in on Twitter in recent
Yeah.
years. I wish he would come back to Blue Sky.
Yeah, it'd be great. Like genuinely, he does say it's a valid taxa because it's unlike anything else, and I'm like, that's great. That's great.
what overlapping material do we have in Russia?
Probably a bit, but
I mean, I get
well described.
like it's not Roplodon. Have you
Well-
guys seen Roplodon?
No, I haven't.
Ah, he's a joyous creature, originally named by Seeley.
Is it a tooth?
No, it's
I don't
a
think
full
Ira
skeleton
would call it a
maybe.
joyous creature if it was just a tooth. But let
I'm
us
calling it a
start.
joyous
I don't
creature
think
because I don't know what
we
it
can
is.
get
Yeah?
much more information out of this.
No.
Let us start with Dinosaurus, the not dinosaur dinosaur. In 1, 2, 3, go.
I've realized that my idea for this composition is very similar to my last one.
Yippee. But yeah,
there's-
for those, yeah,
Oh, nope, you go.
for those Therapsid fans out there, Dinosaurus is from the ochre assemblage, which means it's Middle Permian. It's one of the smaller carnivores there, from what we can tell, and it lived with Biomasuchus, which is infinitely better in my opinion. I will slander this animal; it's bad,
It also lived with Eretmorhipis, which is
which
also,
is better.
I don't think people would argue with that.
Yeah. Which reminds me, since the ochre stream, I have actually scaled the material of Eretmorhipis properly for the smaller species, the more famous one.
Nice.
It is about 1 meter. No, it is 2 meters.
Okay.
As the smaller species,
Yeah, the smaller species are around 2.
That's pretty big.
Oh yeah, but it's a bigger
Yeah.
one. It's yeah.
The big one's over 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, based on the side angle of the diagrams.
I also sent you a photo of an Asteminosuchus mount.
Did you? You did, yes, you did. I remember. Yes, it was the main species. Like all I desire is postcrania for that animal.
It probably looked very silly.
From what I can tell from images posted on Paleostream, which someone did actually post side views of the animal, which is very useful, and I have since downloaded and put on my PC so I can use them at a later date. The postcrania is very interesting there. It's very dinocephalian with a bit of a longer tail, but less long than you'd expect. Yeah.
I'm going to show this guy eating something that's not from the site, but something that a group that is coeval with.
What are you showing it eating?
Discord ichthyoform.
Ah, truly apt name, because this thing's Discord caused me so much issue.
I have a theory. If someone were to like look at the material that's not in Russia, that it would just turn out to be like close to like Ginyu and stuff because it looks so similar.
We should
Close to
make a
what?
Dinosaurus Discord server to lure in people who think it's about dinosaurs.
It's just for Apsit.
And it's
just
nothing
Permian
happening in there
Therapsid.
but Cerapsid posting, yeah. Cerapsid
Oh, I
glazing.
might actually do that, Yosh. Thank you.
Feel free to steal the idea.
I might actually steal the idea just purely for the comedy of it. But yes. Also, speaking of good for Apsit depictions, there's a new documentary coming out soon.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like how the Diictodon looks.
The Diictodon is interesting.
I like how he looks.
He's very silly.
He is special.
I'm more
Yes,
referring to the fact that they have an accurate mosh-ups in there of the correct skull. Like, the skull
yeah,
is
no.
correct.
The muscle
Cinema.
is great.
Yeah. The Antio is also really good. I think it is the
This
first
the
appearance.
first time we see an Ichthyosaurus at all. So.
It is, I believe, and also it is the first time I believe we see what's his name's the big sauropods from like Elliot.
Oh,
Lesmsaurus.
yeah,
Yeah,
good stuff.
very good stuff. They're finally letting Permian people cook.
This will never happen again. I mean, we know that surviving Earth will have Permian.
Surviving Earth worries me because from what we've seen, it like the Dimetrodon looks really good. I'm not going to say that the effects are going to be bad. I'm suggesting that they're going to do the thing with Scutosaurus and then Permian mass extinction, which
What do you mean?
yeah. I assume it's like it's the extinction events.
I mean, it's showing like throughout the period up until.
I wasn't sure they were doing that. If they're doing that, then no, I have more confidence in that. If it's specifically end Permian mass extinction, then I'm slightly. It's no longer the yeah.
I mean, there is going to be end Permian too.
I mean, yeah. Hopefully, they show some cool stuff that's not been seen, like the giant amphibian, the giant Croniosuchid, my beloved.
My only semi disappointment
Yeah.
is I don't know why they needed two Cretaceous episodes.
Oh no!
I don't know why they
genuinely-
Cretaceous is long.
Yeah.
Cenomanian.
You need your Spinosaurus in there.
But do you?
Would-
I mean,
Rhetorics
you
is
already
fun.
don't get a T-Rex.
Do you need to show? Do you need to sacrifice the Devonian, one of the main mass extinctions, for the Cenomanian?
I don't know.
That's my main issue. Like,
You-
it's all
you-
about extinctions, but
JW,
they're getting
you
rid
are,
of one of
you
the
are
big
looking
five.
at this from the perspective of a fish person. Look at it from the perspective of an TV executive.
But it's one of the big five in a show about mass extinction and like how things survive.
Yeah.
Can sort of see the issue.
Don't try to think too much about it. It's, yeah.
It seems like we're
Yeah.
getting. I am
I like from
90%
everything I have ever heard about TV executives, they should probably not be classified as people.
I was gonna say the new dinosaur trailer looks interesting. I will be checking that out when it comes out.
I quite like what I see in there for the most part.
Yeah, no, it
I
looks
think
good.
I think it's gonna be fine.
I think it
Yeah.
will be fine too. People are way too critical of that stuff because Prehistoric Planet showed them what is possible with the right budget and time.
Good to specify that for multiple reasons.
Especially time too. Like, I knew this stuff was coming, and I know it was done quite fast.
Yeah. Someone did ask, where is this thing's ear hole? It would be like at the back. I don't think it's like signed on sweat. I don't think it's visible.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
wouldn't show
Yeah,
it.
nope.
No,
it wouldn't
it's
be
not visible.
visible. Speaking of musk-traps, I keep on forgetting that you asked me to do a proper reconstruction
Yeah,
of it.
JW, it's been a year.
I'm stuck in like perissodactyls right now.
Please.
I'm also currently working on a certain project for it'll be a little bit before I can. It is
valid.
nice to say I have multiple like starting next week multiple commissions to do.
Oh boy.
That's really good. No, take your time. I kind of assumed you forgot, but I wasn't going to bring it up and be annoying about it because, like, yeah.
No, I do not forget.
So important. 11
Okay.
minutes left.
Spinonicus. I don't even think it would be visible in them. But I mean, yeah, that's I mean, a lot of things here with their jaw. That like our ear bones are derived from like jaw stuff.
Yep.
It's even been brought up maybe like with some of those guys you could like see a tympanum, which I think is fun like a fun speculative thing. How long did you say, Yash?
10 minutes, 30 seconds at this point.
Also, this thing's name is Dinosaurus merchantsy, if I remember correctly. I'm taking all of my notes. Also, for those wanting to do open jaws and don't know how basal thrapsid lower jaws work, they basically hook jaw. It's weird. Biomarsuchians do it.
What do you mean by hook jaw? You gotta...
Basically, the front part of the jaw goes upward where the bottom goes a bit down. And you can see in the drawing of Biomarsuchus, that kind of situation. It's also in Gorgonopsians, if you're doing that interpretation, then yeah.
Yep.
Again, you can draw this in any way, but it will always end up looking... Thrapsids all look the same, jokingly.
Partial joke.
You did say no visible ear holes, right?
Probably.
No. I mean, yeah, based off of what we know about skull stuff, and like how hearing came about. Yeah, no. These guys would be hearing with like possibly invisible tympanum, Or like not skeletal, like not visible over soft tissue. Or not even tympanum.
So for people who have time for integument, you can probably assume something skinny, probably bumpy, vaguely scaly looking from afar, maybe.
It is basal, so it might have had scales like Dimetrodon.
Maybe.
You could go sort of warty-esque. I
Yeah.
like
I
people
would assume
describe
something
goats as
similar to
warty.
Astomenosuchus, probably.
Yeah, that's what I meant by like warty.
This does make me allowed to make the most basic Therapsid ever, which is very simple because I know this group too well.
Air is cheating.
I'm not cheating. I unfortunately know this group too well because
It's the
I
curse of
didn't.
knowledge.
For little bit of lore, I shouldn't call it lore.
Hero
For those who
lore.
do
Lore
not,
drop.
for those who do not know, I did not originally want to do Permian at all.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I was
no, I
told
wanted
that
to do
by Montana.
ceratopsians. I wanted to do ceratopsians, and then I got forced into this position, and I never.
Forced you.
I mean, yeah, no, South Africa and ceratopsians
I
are
got-
tricky.
I was probably gonna move out of Africa for like that kind of stuff, but yeah, no.
Similar
You
to,
see,
to like
describing
Sir
the
Brazilian
first-
wanting to go into
Yeah.
ankylosaurs, but not liking para-ankylosaurs.
Yeah. But no, I got hired for a project which never got through, and that basically the person wanted me purely because I lived close to the specimens, and yeah, I now do Permian.
And you like it.
I don't like it. You don't
Why
understand.
do you do it still? Why do you do it still?
The answer is
Force of habit.
I honestly need to correct people about what they're doing wrong with this group, and it's always yeah.
Spite.
It's not spot that makes it sound worse.
I think spite is
It's the
completely
mosh-
fine.
Yeah. It's like the mosh-ups thing, where like we have the like, you know, like so many
Yes.
people reconstructed this like this, but we don't do it with the skull correctly, and I kind of want to be the person who tells people, you know, that's the skull, use that as referencing. That's kind of what I would like.
That kind of sounds like spite to me. 5 minutes.
Thank you. But yeah, no. Permian is fun. I recently had to look into an amphibian from the Permian.
There are many.
There are many. This one is a South African one that's badly described. Very badly described.
There are many of them.
True.
Is it a roamer?
No, he did mention it though in one of his papers. No, it is a Van Hopen, which means it has 3 separate papers describing the material, and the material is not great.
The fuck
I
who
asked
does
Batman
stuff like
about it, and Batman's answer was, "Hey, you gave me the best images of the material."
No, no. That's
Oh my
the
God.
worst possible. He could not help you, but you helped him by asking him a question.
Wow.
And then I found like the papers with the material, and it was really not great. It's like 3 complete specimens. You have to understand this. It's complete.
Oh my god.
Just
no.
one.
No.
No, it's 3 complete specimens. There are no figures that are good in the papers.
Oh,
I'm pretty much
that
done drawing.
hurts.
I'm sending an image of the material in
That hurts on
stream.
such a fundamental level. Wow.
This is the material. There are decent images in the paper, but not great. Here in stream materials, this horror. They're all one slab apparently. Like,
Yeah, it would be that looks like substantial. It would be nice if there was. Could I get some more pixels,
photograph.
please?
Yeah, no. But yeah, no. Awful animal. And then I had to do the week before that different amphibia from the Triassic of everywhere. It's from the same formation as Arizonosaurus, Syringosaurus.
Oh, yeah,
The-
that is
the-
widespread.
What?
That is widespread.
That is widespread. It's also from Australia, Tanzania, which means it coexists with Telecrata. That one. And yeah, no, that one's also badly described, but not as bad. That one just suffers from which is the correct specimen. I think I need a bit of sheen. I'm doing something potentially not accurate, but
I'm using the last 2 minutes
That-
for something fun with color.
yay!
Iru, that does not matter with something that this hot garbage. Like, what is accuracy?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant environmental wise, but yeah.
I mean, even that part,
Makes
like with ochre, I remember the looking into the paleo environment was
yeah.
like little tricky. I mean,
Don't
we
wor-
found eventually something. But-
What's his name is also going to be quite hard. The late Permian one that we have on the wheel. That's going to be fun.
Feels
Oh,
like
the
that's
other
just
Russian
gonna be a
one?
general.
The other Russian one, yeah.
There's like one Russian site with
Definitely.
actual good paleo environmental stuff because it has well described plants.
From what I can get from Bogdanov's book, which is admittedly an interesting source, basically the environment for that site is basically like arid, like no plants low to the ground, but trees, but dense vegetation around the waterways.
I mean, that sort of makes sense as something that would be.
Yeah.
Because if it's super arid, but there is water, like
I mean, on the
Anywhere
one hand, yes. On the other hand, is that maybe just because vegetation close to the water would preserve, and the other not?
But yeah, no.
Well, I mean, that can be the case. Would be interesting. 20 seconds.
Yippee! I can't believe we drew the Dinosaurus for flocking, the world famous one. You know, famed Dinosaurus.
Okay. It's time. I did some cookie crazy stuff with colors.
oh, they can still see color well, so you can
Indeed,
mess with that.
indeed. This would have been before synapsids went through their nocturnal phase.
Their worst phase ever.
Spinonicus art. Well, nobody is holding you back. How long is right there for you to grab and do art to?
I like how everyone else has done really pretty pieces and I've done a dead entire.
You haven't seen mine yet.
Okay. Also, just to clarify, I need to clarify quickly for the person here. Fossil Adder's meme of the Bogdanov stuff. Fun fact: these are all considered like one group. Recently, the middle one got redescribed as, I believe, Indet Ferrocephalian.
Memes on YouTube. Yes, it is time to address the dinosaur in the room.
The Dinosaurus in the room, even.
Indeed.
Because there is no dinosaur in the room.
There is no dinosaur. Oh, nice. Got already back from message back from Kelly for licensing
Nice.
and stuff. Doo-doo-doo-doo. She messaged me today again and was like, oh, I was just told that apparently some of my mails are landing in like spam folders, and so I'm reaching out with a different email. And I was like, thank you for reaching out again. Unfortunately, I have to tell you, this was completely because I forgot.
Montana told you to remember.
Yeah, Montana told me, but I was actually like, I already had my email account open and saw her new email.
Oh my god, Montana mention? Based.
Yeah. Montana mention.
My wife, based.
Posture check and do some stretches.
Oh yes, yeah, posture check everyone, and hydration check if you haven't taken a sip recently and it's warm in your area. Oh, YouTube Dynamite TV comes in with a little raid. Hello there. Welcome to Paleostream and yeah, this flocking stream. We are currently on the second sketch. And what you see on stream right now is an animal called Dinosaurus. It's funny enough, not even a dinosaur. Just has that name. It's a synapsid, so more closely related to us than actual dinosaurs. And it's super fragmentary. Who would have guessed?
That's an understatement.
Yeah. It's not much. There's a layer. Yeah. That's what we have. Parts of lower and upper jaw. Yippee! Good.
All of you have done amazingly. Wow.
Let me actually increase the chat here so we can have a look what people posted. Let us start with Hussein, who has his piece spoiled. Let's have a look. Why are you making them sexy? But yeah, no, it's I mean, I can't even critique it because we don't have any postgradal material. It could look like that, although I think it's highly unlikely.
But it could.
Anyway, next we have Dinosaurs by Roadrunner from Hell. Next to a factory of some sort. Generic monster dinosaurs. Fair enough. Then, oh no. No, why? Why Sora? Dinosaurus. Good. Why the huge ears? Why?
There's so much going on.
There's so much going on. The what the fuck emojis below certainly are not helping. Then Luan with the baby. He is precious. He deserves all the love in the world. Very nice. Look at him. Then we have Borgengal with this funny little creature. Look at him. I think this looks quite plausible. Again, nice inking brushing. Velociraptor. We only have skull material. Why do you show exclusively postcranial material?
I think that's the joke.
It is a joke, but still.
Funny.
But still. I'm not even gonna say anything. Red coming in with Droopy Snooty. Very, very fun. I have to say, I cannot say much on the accuracy because we don't have much material. However, when you look at the holotype, you will have noticed, I hope so, that the jaw is actually like curved upwards towards the end quite a bit and not as droopy. It's going the other way actually. Oh boy. Cheesy Serato coming in with a full body reconstruction. What the hell am I? Indeed, I wonder every day. I really like the pattern here, honestly. That is very cool. I also would say that again, I would make the upwards curve, like in the lower jaw, a little bit more pronounced. But yeah, no, that looks pretty cool. A Genius coming in with something very Gorgonopsian, I would say, here, but very nice nonetheless. Cool beans. Good stuff. Then Eam with Dinosaurus resting here. No, that looks like something dinosaur. I think the neck here looks a little bit too theropod-like, maybe. The way the muscles bulge here and stuff. It looks like there's a slight S-curve in that neck, which doesn't quite fit for a synapsid like that. But nope. Very fun. Tiki Cosmonaut with this creature. It is very creature. I love what you did with the nose. Has a slight wombat vibe to it. Very fun. Then Arrow with you killed it in its swamp or bog, and it's already shrinking in the soft tissue department. Damn. But probably it's most accurate we would ever get it. Then Raven with this fun little guy coming out of a burrow or something of that sort. Very cute. Nice. I like its little feetsies. Look at him. Ultra Loser coming in with just the eye. Again, like minimal part of the animal, but not even the part we have. Fantastic. Oh my god, Bonnaroo with this interpretation with so much soft tissue on the face. Incredible. My god. And what beautiful eyes it has. Nice. Groxan with another portrait here. Just looking slightly depressed. I mean, I would be too if my phylogenetic placement was that ambiguous. But yeah, fun stuff. Then Gaps was I love the atmosphere in this. There's a volcano in the back. Very cool. Ochre would be probably more forested overall, but I mean we don't know how wide-ranging this guy was. Loving the atmosphere. Yep. Good stuff. V-Swain with this incredibly cute little chibi Dinosaurus. Very nice. Look at him. And we have Alex here with portrait and part of the torso. Nice. Little keratinous bumps. Oh, why not? Why not? I mean, the Russians certainly did very similar stuff back in the day with other things. There are rhinoceros-like Dicynodont reconstructions from the olden days of Soviet paleontology. Then Roman with this interpretation. I mean, you do some beautiful shading here. The lighter parts here in these purple hues and stuff, very cool. I think the shoulder here looks a little bit too human-like. I think the muscles would be like going more spread out over the back, not that much bulging here in the front. I think there might be some muscle reconstructions out there, but no, otherwise this is fantastic. Little sketch. Chuka power with just a little line drawing here in grayscale, but that looks very good indeed. Loving the little bit of chin stuff there. A little bit of integument. I would like to say it again. We don't really know when filamentous stuff came into being in synapses, and in what group. Saurops. When dinosaurs. Thank you, incredible. Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Oh, especially considering this guy is razor small. That must be like a strip that you usually have like when you open like a supermarket that they cut through like a ribbon, not a big banner. Aberrantologist with this portrait here, also in a low light environment, very cool. Or maybe there's a forest fire. Also, then I don't think you would have these cooler grays on the back. Very, very atmospheric indeed. Very satisfied this little creature looks. Psycat with this another portrait, very cool. I like the greens and browns. Also again like having a little bit of whiskers here. In general, like the way you stylized it and simplified the shapes. It's very pleasing. Average bear with the terrible lizard in question indeed. A night piece. Very nice. Very nice, or very night. Indeed. And Iggy with 2 dinosaurs, mama and baby. Very cute. I see you copy-pasted here. Excellent. Cleaner version without the banner. Nice. And then Sleepy T-Rex, also known as John 1000, with this extremely sleepy-looking Dinosaurus. I think the tail would be probably a little bit longer, considering we have. It's probably a little bit more basal than a Gorgonopsid. But yeah. Then we have Tapping Snurtle, going with a very high skull in this case. Very cool. Again, I think the jaw would be a little bit more curved upward. But yeah, no. Otherwise, this looks very cool. It gives it like the little bit of Ichthyosaur vibes. Yeah, but it's cool. Then JW with a fish being eaten by the dinosaur in the room. Excellent. Look at him go. Also obscuring part of the holotype we actually have. Oh, good. ENT bandwagon then with frontal view thing and then another little doodle here of the scrungly boy just standing there, realizing its fate is undecided. And then Brontosaur with the most mammalian therapsid you can think of. God damn it, that's just a hyena. Shush. Vexosaurus then. What is that? That's a Rhynchosaur.
Gosh, as you scroll down, there's someone posting unrelated stuff, like unrelated artworks and stream material.
Oh ha. Malodon Darwini coming in with this beautiful little character. Very cute. Octolus with
Beautiful.
oh my god. Very cute. Nice. Average bear then with more stuff. What? Wait. You're a faker. Incredible. Ah. Oh, it's already gone.
They've been sent away.
Cute. Added more. My god, there's more. There's more. Why does Moschops look like that?
That is the wrong head. I hate to put it out there.
Certainly is. Oh my god, there's more. Oh, there's Ichthyosaurus. Ah! God damn it. And something else. Oh boy. Okay. Quick look there. Okay. Next in line for our stream is the bestest of them all. The creature ever, the plush dragon TM Eretmorhipis.
Yippee! Osteoderms.
We will have all the osteoderms, but most importantly, just a really cool dude. It's a little rigid bone tube. Yes, aberrantologist indeed. That is just a fun little guy. He's very small. These guys would be just a meter long, roughly. Not even. I think like 80 to 90 centimeters. And yeah, they are from the early Triassic of China. It's a Hupasuchian, a group of marine reptiles that has been only found in this one place, China. And they are very weird, are assumed, at least by some studies, to be close relatives of Ichthyosaurs, but it's not quite sure. The Jialingjiang Formation is their home. We have done that on stream before that formation, and here's a size chart I did of most of the animals found here. It's like off by one Hupasuchian at this point, because there was another one described last year. But this is most of the stuff you see here. Eretmorhipis is down here. Let me actually also open it in stream. There is two animals actually missing from here, at least. One, a new Hupasuchian, as mentioned, but there was just recently, for the first time, actually a fish from here, because uniquely, the Jialingjiang Formation has, until recently, no fish remains, which made people wonder what some of these obviously piscivorous animals probably ate. Like, we have a basal real Ichthyosaur from here. These guys are usually assumed to go after fish. Some of the Sauropterygians too are usually thought to go for fishy things. Also, maybe they also went for smaller marine reptiles. But yeah, it was quite mysterious. And then we finally get some stuff, some not that nicely preserved material of Saurichtes, which is one of the most common fish in the Triassic, an incredibly cursed taxon because it has so many species in it, and it feels like a scam, but they vaguely all look the same. So you get the idea. It's a long-snooted, long-bodied, little bit like a little bit shaped like a pike fish.
Something that should be corrected with that is there was like fragmentary scales and like just material in general.
We knew
This
that
was
there
the
would
first
be
one that
fish.
could
We
be
just
named.
had no idea what kind of fish, and they appear and like the remains we have are also rare.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this
Thought I-
formation can be said to be dominated by the marine reptiles, of which we have quite a few. None of them are large. The largest is something that has been named in the literature Lariosaurus. Most likely, though, it's another larger adult specimen of Hanosaurus, which is down here, which is why the Lariosaurus here is in quotation marks. Because it's like it does not really look like Lariosaurus. We have pretty good idea of what Lariosaurus looks like. That's not it. We have some other stuff here, like this guy, Eretmorhipis, Eohyposuchus, and Nanshangosaurus, and this polydactyl Hyposuchian and Parahyposuchus. It's all the Hyposuchians plus another one. There's small ammonites and bivalves and stuff. Ichnofossils of echinoderms. There are stromatolites, but no evidence of any like any flora, really, like larger flora. The wool environment was very shallow water, like a huge lagoon in southern China. Hundreds, if not thousands of square kilometers that these guys lived in. Probably not with little connection to the wider open ocean, which is most likely the reason we have such an endemic fauna from here. That's the guys. And Eretmorhipis is one of the weirdest Hyposuchians from here because it has the most pronounced osteoderms. It looks a little bit like a tiny, long-stretched stegosaur. And it has also the weirdest skull in the sense that it is very short for a Hyposuchian, which usually are a little bit birdish, a little bit whale-like. And it's like the same length as a neck, basically. In terms of mobility, these guys wouldn't really do big undulating with their body. They are not like a crocodile. Their body is way too stiff for that. Body as well as tail. So they would probably use instead their flippers, their big shovel-like fins to get around, potentially even doing a little bit like bottom walking stuff. We don't really know what they ate. These guys are toothless and kind of look like platypuses in the skull, to the point that at least one species of Hyposuchian has a bone that is very unique and can only be found in this guy and the platypus. It evolved twice in completely unrelated creatures, and we have no idea why. Razor mysterious. The snout looks kind of beak-like, but probably wasn't beaked, like without not with a ramphotheca, probably just like normal reptilian soft tissue there. It could have gone with something like a little bit of suction feeding, as said, like the head is rather short for a Hyposuchian, so that is an option. But yeah, it is kind of mysterious what this guy is doing. As is most things Hupisukian, which makes them so fun. Every time things evolved into platypuses, that's not that many. Yeah, Golganex, the head
It is weird
super
that this
small.
happened twice.
Yeah. I tried to bully Rebecca Dart. No, not Rebecca Dart. That is someone else. Rebecca Groom, the other Rebecca. Actually into making a life-sized plushie of this thing. Because it is.
that'd be nice.
It is the right size for it.
Yeah.
Like 80 centimeters. It's so good for that. And it has a rather simple shape, too. Like it's perfect. It even looks like one of these IKEA plush dragons or something.
Anyway.
Yeah, Eretmorhipis. I think that's everything we can say on this guy, which was way more than I intended to. But I'm a little bit in love with Eretmorhipis, so excuse my ramblings. Yeah. Also, I say it's similar to a platypus, but that might just be superficial. It's yeah. Okay. Let us do Eretmorhipis. Starting in 1, 2, 3, go.
So no fur, right?
No.
Do platypuses have fur? That's a genuine question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also have beady alien little eyes.
That's fascinating. Again, I don't encounter a platypus on my day-to-day life.
Like the only animal you don't.
Strangely enough, one of the rarities in my day-to-day life.
Incredible. Everyone I know sees
No, I've never-
platypuses constantly.
Yeah. Oh, this is so nice to draw. This is a lovely animal.
Yeah.
Surprising that Yash didn't rig it to draw it a while ago. He could have if
I'm
he
running
really
into
wanted
the issue
to.
that I have drawn Eretmorhipis so often that in trying to do something new with it, I'm taking way longer to come up with something.
Because there's
Oh,
not
it
much
doesn't have a
soft tissue.
fluke.
This thing reminds me of like the classical lake monster type thing, like what you would
Yeah.
imagine, like the Champus, the Lake Champlain monster, or like how they described Nessie looking like originally with all the humps and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tiny.
My favorite interpretation of Nessie is the one where it's just a camel. That's such a joyous interpretation of the animal. That's actually an interesting Spec Evo idea, like making like sea monsters just late surviving Eretmorhipis species.
That would be so much evolution. You would have to do so much. It wouldn't even look like
The
one
ghost
anymore.
lineage would be off the... Wow.
Wow, we found an answer for Nessie, a late surviving Eretmorhipis. No one could have predicted this. How long is the ghost lineage for like hypothetically? How long is the ghost lineage for that one goober from like the Devonian of Hunsrück? That man, you know him.
Oh, Shinda.
Stanley
Anomaly.
Harris? Oh,
Yes,
Shinda
Shinahani's.
Like,
Not as long as Eretmorhipis ghost lineage if we want to do that. I mean, since we have the Ordovision guys, like
Oh yeah, we do.
Agirocassis,
Feck, I forgot. Yeah.
it shrank a little bit. It was such a surprise when Shindahamas came out, and then like a few years later we got like Agirocassis, and it's like, okay, it's not that long anymore.
we still don't have Silurian yet.
Yeah.
They'll
I'm
probably
doing
happen
something
eventually.
very unique. Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying it'll probably happen eventually.
So for the osteoderms on the top, would you say they would be covered in like a keratin kind of covering, or no?
Probably, but how that looked,
Okay. Yeah.
hard to say. I mean, they are so big they would stick out of the skin, for sure. Like other Hupisukians, they are quite small, so I think in some cases they would be just like embedded, probably. But with these guys here, I don't think so. They probably would stick out, which means it's unlikely that they would be covered in normal skin, but instead have an keratin covering. Then again, we have no specimens with soft tissue preservation. And these guys are so weird. Who knows?
My apologies for all the questions.
No, don't worry.
Okay.
Yash loves
Mhm.
talking about these guys.
Yep, better
I-
if you
I-
question too many than too little. Otherwise, people complain afterwards, we didn't know. And I just assume everyone knows.
So what's your favorite Hupisukian, or can you not pick between them? They're all
Can you not
glorious animals.
pick your-
Eretmorhipis is certainly up there.
Oh.
Which one do you shoot? Which child? Who's your favorite child?
I'm not going there.
But that is basically the question that Eru is asking you.
I wouldn't ask it like that.
It's all in what you don't say, though.
Which child would you save first?
Yeah, no, JW, that was such a Twitter-brained remark there. I can't even.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm locked in on art. I say dumb
Those-
stuff.
He'll save children, but not the British children. He'll save children, but not the British children. Ooh, Washington, Washington.
"12 minutes."
This is such a nice palate cleanser of the Dinosaurus.
You mean something with actually good material?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just have the full
I was
thing.
dreading.
There's actually several specimens too. Although the one shared earlier, that is the best one. There was the holotype is not that nicely preserved. It's just part of it
Why one
without a skull.
was the older or was this one found later?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna
Eretmorhipis,
ask, why did they make
the
this
material
the
that you
holotype?
see in chat that is not the holotype.
I didn't know if for some reason they just decided, what if we didn't assign the best specimen
No,
to the
it's just that it wasn't on nobody's radar before this new material came out. Because it didn't look much different from other Hupisukians we already had. Like the torso, except for I think even the ossiderms weren't nicely enough preserved to really show. Like it looked quite similar to what we have with Parahupisuchus or Nanchungosaurus.
only to realize that it was a goober.
It was a goober. And there's like one or two other Hupisukians where we don't have complete material, where it's possible that they also did some stuff that was completely different from what we assume.
Fascinating. Genuinely, quite.
Yeah.
These animals are fun.
It makes it
Again,
even more likely considering that
yeah.
these guys probably like filled quite a few niches within their ecosystem because it was so isolated. So there would be probably quite a bit of specialization going on.
Oh yes, filter feeding Hupisukian.
We have that.
Oh god,
Hupisuchus itself.
which one? Okay.
Hupisuchus
Yeah, that body
itself
plan makes sense
has
now.
jaws that have been compared to baleen whales. Although they probably
But didn't have baleen.
they did not have
That
baleen.
makes sense. I hate to say it, that makes sense, and I don't like it.
It is extremely important to say that they didn't have baleen.
They also most likely did not do continuous ram feeding as a few authors have suggested because they simply don't have the jaw geometry for that.
It would break.
I'm not even sure if it would break, but it would certainly be very inefficient. Like of all the continuous ram feeders today, like the closest you would get is like right whales and relatives. Like because they also have to go up to get air and stuff. Like fish don't really have the same issues because they can't just go like with stuff going through the gills. The water. So vertebrates to do that need to be creative. And all these adaptations we see in right whales and so on are not present in Hupisukians.
Also, just make sure you mean chordate. Or not chordate, tetrapod.
Tetrapods. Yeah, true.
Because fish are vertebrates. First Codonauts not being vertebrates, and now this.
It's vibes-based
You have
taxonomy. 7 minutes.
You have an agenda.
You know what? I've not actually focused on the head. How do I do this?
It's small and cute and squishy.
I mean coloration. What? Do we have coloration from these?
No,
I'm sorry.
Nothing.
I'm being too silly.
that'd be cool, but no.
It would be cool, but yeah.
It'd probably be
Okay.
gray. I mean, not gray, but like I don't think it'd be the most interesting.
Honestly, No idea. Could be super colorful, honestly. We don't know. It's a shallow lagoon. There would be lots of light around. And with filter feeding guys like Hypisuchus itself, who knows? Maybe they were bright pink, like flamingos.
It would look like raw chicken.
It would be fun.
Should have put it in the formation piece.
I think that might have be a little bit too distracting.
Nah.
Also, maybe that could have worked. The Jialing formation piece is one of these where I'm like sometimes thinking, maybe I should have done this one different.
I think it turned out fine. Plus, you're probably going to do that with every single formation piece at some point.
Do what?
I mean, heck, there's saying like, I could have done this.
No, I mean, I have quite a few of them. I'm like, yep, nope, that's it. Usually, if I'm very unhappy with something, I will change it.
I mean, you've even brought up redoing certain pieces.
Yeah, Guimarota, if it ever becomes a book, that will need to be redone completely. Also, River
You've also
Slay,
brought up.
probably.
I was about to say you brought up River Slay.
Which one is a if I can ask, which one's a Guimarota?
Guimarota is late Jurassic of Portugal. It's a locality, a former coal mine that is mostly known for its mammal fauna.
I have no memory of this piece.
It was the third one in the series.
Okay.
For a minute.
I have most of them saved. I didn't know this existed.
It's usually not one of these that people remember for good reasons. I was very hyped doing it, and then I disappointed myself.
Me in space will find you if that happens tomorrow. I think you should be fine though. I think what you have is very pretty, especially since it's even colored partially at this point, like environment wise.
Yeah. No, I'm relatively confident in that one.
I think you have the environment down.
Okay, 3 minutes.
I started drawing Eretmorhipis a minute ago. I focused way too much on the environment.
Zach, there isn't much environment you could do.
Yes, there is.
Like Shallow Lagoon. Come on.
Are there stromatolites from there?
Yes.
Yes.
There's
Yes,
the small
that is-
ones. So no,
I forgot that they were small.
What have you done? Have you turned it
maybe-
into the Mesosaur Lagoon?
No, I have not done. I have not made like 10 meter tall.
I mean,
I
they're
mean,
also
that's an
not 10 meter
overstatement
tall,
for
I think, in the
so-
Mesosaur Lagoon.
Yeah, I know that the ones at like Green River were like 7 or like I think 5 or 4 meters tall.
Yeah.
You know what? This is just a baby, clearly, when I am drawing. What are you even doing? Goober. My most
1 minute.
inaccurate flocking drawing. Gosh, I'm looking at stream and we gave ours extremely similar colors.
As I like to say, 2 idiots, 1 sword.
I'm honestly wondering how much individual variation there would have been with osteoderm count, or if there would have been any.
Yeah. Osteoderm count? I don't think that much. I would expect that to be razor hard coded.
Yeah, you'd have mutations every once in a while.
Okay, time to post. I'm not sure if I want to keep the water surface.
Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking of formation pieces, it is a Mesozoic week.
Oh boy.
Maybe we can finally get Chinley.
Chinley? No,
love-
never.
I've been looking into formations. Manda's quite cool.
Okay, no, actually blurred out, that works.
These are so cute.
Just a little dude. Gulopithecus agrees with Manda. Okay, let's save. I see many precious creatures in chat.
How many Hupasukians are there?
Actually, let me count.
Yeah, they're all from the site. It is an entire possibly order from a single locality and nowhere else.
Around 7.
So feasibly,
counting
it is
one?
possible to get a week where we only draw Hupasukians.
In theory.
The best week of Yasha's life.
In theory, could
Theoretically,
do
it
like a
would.
1-hour stream per day with 1 Hupasukian each day. It is possible. We have the technology. Oh, also I forgot to post Dinosaurus in stream gallery.
He deserves it. Let him rot.
Too late. I'm
Don't
already
even-
posting.
Don't even post him on the social media. Let him be forgotten.
Nobody could ever forget this precious creature.
Can it be like Dinosaurus / the other thing that it might be as well, or no?
No, no, never.
Okay.
That's not how flockings work.
That would feel like writing Megalodon in the thing and actually posting a shark. And not the Bible.
Yeah. Heresy.
The reason I brought it
You
up
all
was
know it's
originally
true.
it was pit. Someone did suggest, like the other thing, and then like you put it on the voting corner as that / X animal, like Britpopus.
Hmm? Oh, who pinged me? Ah,
Do that.
fun times.
Oh yeah, something good to mention would have been that. Did we ever mention that the lagoon was hypersaline?
I mean, it doesn't make much difference. But yes, true. Ah, thank you, Abrantologist. That is indeed the holotype. You see, it's nicely preserved, but we're missing the skull, and the osteoderms, although present, aren't as pronounced, and not all preserved, I think. So, to the unobservant, this looks quite similar to other Hupisukians we had beforehand. Actually, let me check how it looks if I do a little bit. Ooh, a little bit of contrast here. Yeah. Boop. Also, it would be very warm. The lagoon. It's like a very salty, hot tub these guys lived in.
The sauna.
Joiner. Okay, let us have a look at what people posted. Increasing chat. Starting with Im, who did bunch of babies together with Mama in the background. Very nice. Very precious. I'm not sure I don't think we know much about, if at all, about the ontogeny of these guys. Or reproduction in general. I would assume that they would be viviparous already, because these limbs, together with a rather stiff torso, are really bad to go onto land with, I think. I can't really see them like digging a hole like a turtle on the beach. Can't really see that. But, yeah, so that's why I think that is pretty valid and nice reconstruction. Okay, next, Roadrunner from Hell, who did several Eretmorhipis here. Eric's the Eretmorhipis. Yes. These guys here from in dorsal view. I think you made the heads a little bit too large here. That's a fun part when you look at the proportions of this guy. wrong layer. Yeah. I think the skull is like not even a fifth of the length of the torso, and you made it like half the length of the torso. So they are really tiny. Something to keep in mind. Then we have a portrait by Octolus. What a fun little dude. It's a little bit hard to envision how these things look like in lateral view because they are so flat and usually are preserved in like top-down view. So like how deep the skull was and stuff is really, really hard to say. But like that looks about right. I think I would have made the eyes go a little bit more forward. When you look at the skull, like the orbits, let me scoot over here a bit. Yeah, there. The orbits are around here, and behind that, the skull gets a little bit wider to house the jaw muscles. So I would move it like a little bit forward. Okay, next we have a genius with this little line drawing. Very cute. Look at this little guy. Very nice. Yeah, no, that's Eretmorhipis as it should. Don't forget the nostrils. Like I did. I think. Did I? I think I did. Yeah, I did not put nostrils. Yeah. Don't be like me. You can actually see the nostril openings here in this guy. Although no, I think these are actually not the nostrils. I'm not sure right now. Are these the nostrils? They have really weird skulls. Okay, Mylodon, Darwini with the sloppy guy. He's not very sloppy. He's just floppy. And not even that much floppy because they are so rigid in the osteology. Anyway, I quite like how this looks. Very cool also the inclusion of here stromatolites at the bottom and stuff. Nicely done. I quite like the red belly here as an idea. Tiki Cosmonaut with this creature. Very cool. You know, in style, this reminds me of the doodles I know from CM Koseman. He has a similar style going on in his sketches sometimes. Nice. Then we have Arrow with this guy going close to the beach. It's pink. Look at him. Nice. I think the torso could be a little bit longer, or like just moving back the limbs a little bit, the hind limbs. The head a little bit smaller. Also, the osteoderms probably did not run the whole length of the tail, just like ended a little bit after the hips, at least based on what we have of it. But yeah, no, that looks pretty.
Can I ask, is that good interpretation of albinism?
Yeah, no, that works.
Okay.
Things good. Yeah, with the red eyes and stuff. Nice. Ooh. Then we have red with a baby. Look at him. I was also thinking of making it giving it like a little bit of sea cow vibes, which this reminds me of. Very cool. Of also like the pinkish underside here. Nicely done. And that is certainly not an Eretmorhipis baby. That looks like something else. Okay, then we have Eretmorhipis here being attacked by an adult Hanosaurus, or was it Hanosuchus? Actually, I have to check it myself. Hanosaurus, yes. Very nice indeed. I think we don't know for sure, but the osteoderms, the way you put them on here, would be probably like a little bit different. Like they would be razor flat, and like going like from front to back, like oriented Why? Similar to Stegosaurus, just in one row. Instead of being like left to right with their long side. And its head looks a little bit too large, I would say. But other than that, it's pretty good, I would say. Love that you show a little bit more of the fauna here with the little ammonites and stuff, and the saurophargid in the background here. Very cool. Chuka power with Eretmorhipis just looking stupid and cute, as it should, as it always has been. Very nice. Look at him go. A little bit too flexible in the tail, I would say. Also, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, the tail end probably was a little bit more flexible. Okay, then Velociraptor with a very stripy boy going down to the sediments and looking at us in the camera. Again, I think the osteoderms are a little bit too not quite right oriented and wouldn't go down the whole length of the tail. Although they indeed would start right behind the shoulders and not on the neck. That's good. Yeah. Okay, then Raven with this little guy here, just paddling around. My God, he has such pronounced breast muscles. It's awesome. I'm not sure how visible that would be, but that looks funny. Yeah. What a creature. You made it so majestic. Okay, Psycat, sorry. The glorious sausage. The glorious sausage indeed. Going after some fish by the looks of it, or maybe it's just like launching. Just vibing. Which probably is more accurate, but yeah. Love how you drew it here. It's truly a vibe. Saurops. Thank you very much. Excellent. Oh. Eric's Eretmorhipis? There is. Grok then coming in with this little cutie patootie indeed. I think the proportions are not quite there. The torso looks a little bit too rotund. I would say like these things are basically bony tubes. Like you can see how big and robust the limbs, the ribs and the gastralia are. They would probably not have much in terms of fat because it's so warm in there, in the waters. So don't expect much soft tissue outside of this. Yeah, and I think the head is a little bit too large. Like when you like measure the proportions, the head is really tiny. It's just a fraction of the length of the whole animal. Next, Weezwain. Very cool idea here with a sea grass meadow-esque look with the algae. That looks very cool. Let me zoom in a little bit here. I think the neck is maybe a little bit too long, I would say. But otherwise, that looks really cool. Love it. Saurops. Here with a non-meme version. Nice. I think the tail and stuff might be a little bit too flexible. Hard to say. There's still no like range of motion study on this thing. It's just like in the description, the authors in the description of the new material with this beautiful skull. The authors notes that yeah, the torso and tail are really not really made for locomotion and stuff. And much movement overall. But yeah, which makes it hard to really make dynamic poses with these guys. On the other hand, really good to make a plushie out of. I will hammer this out again and again. Okay, in Antionity bandwagon with 3 doodles here, 2 of which are clearly Eric's the Eretmorhipis, very good, and a more naturalistic look added. I think you're on the right track. Again, like the osteoderms here would only go really to the base of the tail and not be on the neck. Only basically go over the back of the animal. The torso would be more slim overall, but I think the proportions are overall right. The torso is basically the same length as the tail in this guy. And the neck would be quite a bit shorter, like and the head smaller. When you look at the skeletal, you see that the head is basically the same length as a neck, and the head is barely bigger than the humerus in the front flippers here. It's really tiny. While in your case, for example, the head is basically the same length as a wool flipper. Yeah. Just a few things to note here. Roman coming in with his beach scene with a slight Dutch angle to it. Very tasteful. Nice. It might be a little bit the refraction of the water here. It looks a little bit too chunky at the front here. Also, that might also be a little bit the perspective, but yeah. Also keep in mind there would be probably no osteoderms on the neck, just between the shoulder where it really starts, unless the specimens we have are not well preserved enough and there were more. But hard to say. That's what we know in the moment of. And the tail looks a little bit too flexible, I would say. But no, otherwise, very cool atmosphere. Nicely done indeed. Then we have more stuff by Alex coming in with Eretmorhipis, looking at one of these basal Ichthyosaurs from here. Very nice idea. I think again, like it might be a little bit too flexible. Also, hard to say. A little bit too flexible in the tail. But otherwise, that is an awesome idea. Very nice little composition. Love that stuff. After that, average bear with Corfu Island, Eretmorhipis. Why Corfu? Sifting through the sediment of its home. Nice. Again, I think the head is a little bit too large when you consider how the size of the flippers here, or make the flippers larger. Also works. We don't see enough of the torso to really judge. Okay. Next, Iggy with this funny little dude. Very cute, I think, overall. Once again, the head can be even smaller. And there should be a little bit more neck here. That is actually, in this case, I know it's partially the perspective, but it looks a little bit necklace right now. Okay, and there is US State of Soda, also known as Brontos here. What are you doing? What? No, these are osteoderms, not mammary glands. Shush. And there's way too many of them. God damn, Brontos here. Anyway, next we have in line. Well, that's not a Hooposuchian. That's just Godzilla. You covered it in evil algae. That is indeed despicable. I don't know any punishment that is severe enough for that. Sleepy T-Rex. That is... wow. But the proportions are correct. Anyway, next. Yeah. Honestly, JW, I had a similar composition in mind at first. And then we're like, let's not go do that again. I think the size of the stromatolites are fine. I mean, we don't have that many of them anyway. So
Yeah.
maybe on the on the beach, maybe they were a little bit larger, with more sunlight available, something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
think
would
we
they have
usually
even stopped
don't have
growing
like
unless the
really big ones
bacteria?
in like deeper water. Like I think the really big ones are usually in the shallows.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's fine. Okay, Bonolu with Eretmorhipis here, just laying on the seabed and munching on some algae or crustaceans or something. We don't see it. That is good because we don't know. That looks very cool. I think even though the perspective is skewing it, I think the hind flippers would still be larger from this perspective. But yeah, no, otherwise really good. Then Ultra Loser with this guy just coming down here, doing again some sifting in the beds of the sea. Looks pretty cool. I think again it might be a little bit too flexible in the tail, but do wave light and water. Oh, the caustics. I think you already did the caustics pretty good. It's I struggle with it every time as well. Caustics are one of these things that are really, really hard to nail down correctly. The only thing that you can really do to get better at it is doing it over and over again. Something I would like to mention is that you would not have caustics under the animal because there's a shadow. It's like falling onto the seabed, and you would maybe have like a little bit crossing over into the shadow because like light is like bent by the waves, can go like a little bit around it. But yeah, like so like getting rid of the caustics under the animal, but otherwise this looks pretty good, especially like on the bottom here of the sea. Then aberrantologist with the red sausage. Yes, good. Look at him. I love the ring-like stromatolites here. Very cool. I would maybe add a little bit of a shadow on them, like from the animal swimming over them. But yeah, no, that is very cool. Oh, also you added the volcano in the background. There's I forgot to mention that, but you see it in here. There was a super volcano not that far from here. How active it was, we don't quite know. Probably not that much because the animals survived here for a few million years. So there were probably not huge eruptions happening, but eventually, a little, like once in a while, a little bit of ash coming out of there is certainly possible. Also a redoing of Guidraco by Sleepy T-Rex. Nice. And Vexosaurus with once again little Eric's Eretmorhipis. Excellent. Very nice, very beautiful. Also, Vexosaurus, what program are you using actually for this? Since you are very new with working digitally, let us know. Yeah. I'm sorry, Iggy, to tell you, but I also saw that when I saw your little sketch there. It looks very, very similar to a certain other piece by Andrei Atashin. If you did that, it's fine, but please say that. And usually what we do here on Flocking is not using other artists' pieces as reference, because it's really about the act of reconstructing something from the fossil and literature, and less on like taking direct inspiration or referencing others people's work, because they also can make mistakes in their work. Like for example, with Andrei's work here, I think he still made the skull a little bit too large. But okay. Oh, Tapping Snorkel coming in here with a very cool piece. I love how you took into account the refraction of the water, making the animal feel a little bit squished because of that. Very nice. Good stuff. Bigger flippers on this one. Average bear, very good. Bonolu also doing a little update here. Nice, nice. That looks very good indeed. Okay. Foop. There we go. Okay. Eretmorhipis done. Beautiful. And that
I
brings us.
returned.
Welcome back to yet another marine reptile, but we are jumping forward into the Jurassic, which is for Protoichthyosaurus, an animal that until relatively recently wasn't that well known, but we have some relatively new, well-preserved fossils that are rather humorous looking. Because there's a new skull that gives this guy a wonderful big grin on its face. Look at him.
No.
Also, the cool thing is it's 3D preserved. Aberrantologist already posted it. It's already loading in. Too late.
When was this published? Was it like last year?
No, it's a few years back. Let me see. 2019. At least for me, that is rather recent.
Oh wow, it really is just sister to Ichthyosaurus, huh?
Yeah.
Protoichthyosaurus and they both live at the same time.
What's
the point?
Yeah. I'm actually not sure when was the name coined. When in the 70s. Okay.
Maybe there was some re-aging of the.
Yeah,
Oh, I
or
found.
it was thought to be more basal than it actually is at first or something. I don't know. I don't know where the name comes from. It is yeah.
I also found. Let me make sure that this is the correct specimen. Seems like the other species has a bit less distorted remains. This is just. Oh wait, no. Academia.edu sometimes gives good stuff. Or like you might need to make an account. Let me see if I can grab better stuff.
Quick thing.
Yeah.
Tapping Snurtle is asking what formation this is from. This is from the Blue Lias formation.
Yep.
The other species is from Lyme Regis.
That's I think
Here's
Chalmers formation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, here is a skull of the Protoichthyosaurus appleby.
Yeah. I am honestly not sure which one of these things is more distorted.
There's multiple specimens of this guy that look very similar to one another.
Yeah. I know, but it's
oh, wait.
like
the other species also has this specimen. So
yeah.
I think that the one that has been posted is just extremely distorted.
I am honestly not sure with this.
I mean, we have like maybe some of this stuff got like we also have for the type species this specimen. Like all the rest of these are looking a lot more similar to Ichthyosaurus than the one that originally posted. Like there's not really.
There is some distortion going on here. That for sure. But for example, like all the way the rostrum fits together, for example, makes the head quite a bit wider than see for example here in what Aberrantologist posted. The rostrum here is like the head becomes quite a bit wide towards the back.
Yeah.
Which you do not see in like the specimens that are like squished from the side.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
I just think it's good to note that this thing wouldn't look like a troll face.
Yeah, no, like they are distorted in different ways. It makes it hard. Like the truth lies somewhere in between with this one, I feel. I don't think it would just look like the previous specimens, like 1-to-1 at least. Because that, I think, too, is like flattened a lot. But different. In a different way.
Yeah, though. Yeah. I am personally trusting the skulls that look more like the sister genus, especially since there's 2 species, but I just thought I'd bring it up.
Yeah. For example, apparently the curvature, the strong curvature, is part of the distortion in the new one.
So it wouldn't have this ski jump nose, essentially.
No. Especially in the lower jaw, probably not.
It would just look like Ichthyosaurus.
Not quite.
Or, I mean, obviously not 100%,
Yeah.
but like it would have a face more similar to an Ichthyosaur.
Yeah.
I'm getting flashbacks to certain drawings that were done of Coronodon back a few years ago.
That's a weird fella. Also the figure from the paper doesn't do the thing that much justice. Like this piece, this image here of when they put the mounted thing into a CT scanner. The rostrum here looks better articulated, for example, than in
Sort of.
than in what they show like in the paper. Like the two rostral halves, the premaxillae are like way closer together than what they show in the paper. How they articulate it there.
Yeah. Wait, if this guy's from Lyme Regis, does that mean it also lived with Ichthyosaur too?
Well, yes. Yeah, no, the makes no sense.
At least it's not like Para-Ichthyosaurus or something.
I mean, I think Para-Ichthyosaurus would make more sense than Protoichthyosaurus. Because it lived alongside it and not like before it or is an ancestor, like even phylogenetically. I mean, if this guy was just basal and lived at the same time, I could see it.
But it's the sister genus.
But it's a sister genus. What is rarely brought up with this specimen, though, that is so weirdly preserved is Stenopterygius for soft tissue is something you can look at, but we actually have more than just the skull of it, and this is nice because you can see the proportions quite nicely. The tail tip is missing, but you can see like how big the torso is in comparison to to the body, the torso in comparison to the skull, like how big the flippers are, stuff like that. Oh, okay. Ian Tion is the bandwagon. Have a good one.
I think I'm also heading out because it is 4 a.m. and unfortunately I do need to be awake
Oh,
soon.
true, you don't have the
so-
daylight saving stuff. Hmm.
Wait, daylight, huh?
It's 3 a.m. here.
Wait.
Ah,
Oh, wait. Does that mean the stream is gonna start an hour earlier than usual? At least for US wise?
No. No, I think
wait.
it's just
Oh, wait, yeah,
because
no, it
I
hasn't
think it's
changed
just
yet.
because Arrow is like down there towards the equator much more, where they don't do that.
Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
need to inform you, I'm down towards the pole. There's a
I mean, yeah, you
I know
are,
what you
but
mean,
I
but-
think you are proportionally still so closer than me, quite a bit.
Yeah, I am. No, because if I remember correctly, I'm closer to the equator than Italy is to the equator. I think. Anyway, I do need to go rest now, but yeah, it was lovely being
should.
here. Thank you.
You should go. You should go to sleep. Goodbye. I hope
Okay, yeah, no,
everyone
I
who's
just
gonna be
just
trying
looked at
this...
it. There is there's no daylight saving in South Africa.
Yeah. I hope everyone drawing this animal has been listening to our conversation on how this thing doesn't have the skull shape as shown in the more 3D specimen, and that it's a bit distorted.
One can only hope. Also, yes, thank you, Aberrantologist, for bringing a close up of the Stenopterygius forelimb here. Actually, I think there was one thing. Ichthyosaurus.
You can actually see in some of the specimens that I posted that we actually do have the forelimb of this guy.
Yep.
Like, we actually have a pretty good specimen.
I think there was some time ago a paper on the caudal fins of Ichthyosaurs where they like looked at specimens we have with soft tissue and without, and like compared also to modern animals, and I think they found a way to basically predict the shape in other ichthyosaurs. Let me check. Was it this paper here? I think they did something like this. I know they did with mosasaurs. Certainly. No. Fuck. Nope. I feel like that's the thing. If Tosha was here, they could tell. Maybe
Tosha,
I'm
save
just
us,
hallucinating.
Tosha. Unit, where are you?
Where are you? Oh, we need you here.
Tosha, help us. Tosha, save us.
You're our only hope. Maybe it comes up when I look for Ichthyosaur. Caudal fin specifically. Ooh, there's something on
Clearly just
research page
at
here.
them and then hope that by the time... I mean, we could just use Ichthyosaurus as reference for that.
Yeah, but I'm specifically looking for Ichthyosaurus. Because it would be the closest thing. Because if I remember correctly, Ichthyosaurus has it a little bit different in the caudal fin shape than Stenopterygius. If I remember correctly. Oh, that's just a creationist research.
Remember to save, guys, because I just had Affinity crash on me.
Ooh,
First time
fuck.
ever.
Yeah. Shaving is important. Or was that maybe something that came out with these Ichthyosaur mummies from Solnhofen? Because I remember there was something looking into that. I can't find it. I think we're just going in. The difference is not big anyway, but it's interesting. Grabbing the timer. We shall draw some torpedoes as our last
I
sketch
can't believe we've
for
drawn.
tonight. Let us start with
drawn two of
Protoichthyosaurus
the
that
most-
is not so proto, but much Ichthyosaurus. In 1, 2, 3, go.
I can't believe that we've drawn two of the most generic ichthyosaurs pretty close to one another. Because we did not do Stenopterygius all that long ago.
Okay, it looks like torso is like 1.5 length of the skull. Roughly. Also remember the flippers would be towards the bottom of the torso, not on the sides. This is not a tuna.
But it wishes to be one. Imagine getting a fully tuna convergent tetrapod that has like even weird musculature going on with like some weird derived scales.
Aerontologist, maybe that is a paper I'm thinking of. Let me have a quick look in there. I was very hyped when this finally came out. Tsagi, no. No.
What's happening now?
He is a little stupid.
I worry what is happening.
He's just going where he's not supposed to go.
Where?
Laying down on
Disrupting
some
your
paper.
paint supply. Oh, yeah.
And he knows it.
Dynamo, like wherever he doesn't want one of his cats to sit, he puts tin foil or aluminum foil on it.
Oh, because they don't like the crinkly texture and stuff?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Or like it's something with the sound.
Oh yeah, the sound. The first cat we ever had was deadly afraid of the sound of like plastic bags when they're crinkled.
That's like the complete opposite of most other cats.
Yep, it got a little bit better over time, but yeah, it was weird. But also, because of that, was a really good deterrent.
You must find that deterrent. You must experiment.
No, Tsagi is pretty oblivious to stuff like this. Also, something we should maybe mention is that Ichthyosaur certainly had blubber. So they.
Oh yeah, I mean
were,
we have.
we have direct evidence of blubber-like soft tissue in Stenopterygius, and considering that Ichthyosaurs and Protoichthyosaurs lived in quite similar environments, they probably had this too, also like from similar times. So yeah, they were probably quite rotund, very, very hydrodynamic. Ah, Tsagi, yes, I know. He was laying on my beanbag the whole time, being all nice and sleepy and doing nothing. And now he's making such a ruckus because he thinks it's time for treats.
It's crazy time.
Is it almost time for treats even?
for cats, it's always treat time. So.
Oh yeah, also good thing to always know with ichthyosaurs. Their position on the body is a lot lower than you think. That's always something good to mention.
I think I said that already.
Oh, I missed that.
The flipper position? Yeah.
Yeah, I
I said
remember you saying that. Good.
Oh, very fun. In another server the other day, new member joined who turned out to be a curator at the Joggins Museum. I was like, by God, where have you been a week ago?
Did you show him the piece?
Yeah, no, like that was basically my introduction. Hey, hello there. Welcome. Did you know that we really could have needed your help last week? Behold. No, she likes the
Do
piece.
they have any issues with the piece?
Yeah, no. She very much liked it.
Good. What's time looking like?
11 minutes, 30 seconds.
I know at least one person is gonna do the troll face.
Always is one troll.
I dread it.
There's always one troll.
Only one,
At least.
at least. As soon as we mention something, the opposite will be done. Because people like being a little silly.
Yeah, I remember yesterday in Off Topic and Paleo Media.
What was happening in there? What did I miss?
Well, you know, the dinosaurs. The
Yes.
dinosaurs. That happened. So everyone
But what
and
about it?
their mom had to be kind of like nitpicky as hell.
Ah.
And that in front of the main
I
consultant
ver-
of the show here on the server.
Oh yeah, I saw a little bit of that.
You know, people like Tom Fletcher are usually not on the server. But I think everyone should always act as if they are.
Yeah, yeah. It is cool that they commissioned Win though.
Oh yeah, I think it's pretty cool that Mark got involved.
Yeah.
Sagina.
Makes me very hopeful for whatever the heck that one thing in the trailer is.
Yeah,
There is one thing that you cannot tell what the
everybody
heck
is
it
wondering.
is.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool if it was a segment of like, this is a retro reconstruction. This is how our interpretations changed. I
yeah.
think that would be cool.
I doubt that, but
It's gonna be Pseudosuchian of some sort.
I hope not.
Armin is going to die after having no crocodilian representation in
I mean the
Prehistoric
the,
Planet
the, the
and
other
seeing this after.
Pseudosuchian like thing that you see looks much more promising. So
Yeah, like they know how to do Pseudosuchians clearly.
yeah. Also like a consultant can only give so much feedback.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yep.
Wynn seemed to have been like a concept artist, so
Yeah, can only get
least with
so much feedback, and only so much of it will be taken into account.
yeah.
Plus, you have to consider that some producers have a set look that they want to go for, or a set. They have like a set trope in mind that that would be really cool if we did that, and there is no amount of.
And then the consultant is
creativity.
maybe we can find a way to make this plausible somehow.
Yeah, like Darren Naish tried to tell them, hey, you know, Alaska's not like freaking cold and wintry all the time, and they're like, nah, we're gonna make it winter.
Yeah.
5 minutes 50 seconds.
How much time?
5 minutes 50 seconds.
Someone in Twitch chat is asking what the coloration is based off because it looks pretty familiar.
I don't know. I just do. There might be some
One day
dolphins that
you will
have
look back.
something in this going on. But honestly, with most of these things, I just put down one brushstroke after another until I find something that I like.
Oh my god, Affinity crashed again.
Oh, fuck.
What is happening?
I don't know. This has never happened before. I might have to roll back to a previous version and export all the files I've done so far.
Ooh. Was there an
So I
update
can,
recent?
Did you update
man,
it?
I don't know. No, I haven't updated it recently. Let me see if it will give my file back.
That would suck if it didn't.
Well, it did, but it's a previous version right before I saved. So, shit. Well, you're gonna get a real sketchy version of what I had in mind. I'm sorry, guys.
Ah, shame.
You don't need to apologize. It is.
Yeah, that's no good, man. I got to figure out why why it crashes. That's the second time today.
I mean, second time within like less than an hour.
Yeah, and what's weird is like I actually restarted my computer and stuff yesterday.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen.
Oh, that's why it's looking weird. I accidentally put the forelimb too far back.
Dang, I was
Too
actually
much of a
getting ready to
neck.
put some color on it too.
Triceratops fan, hello there. My fellow tetrapods, how's everyone's evening, day? I think pretty good here. In my case, you should say night, but yes. Ultra loser. There
mean,
are
it's
dolphins slash whales that have such a coloration without any barnacles involved. Zaggy.
the child.
Jumped onto my desk, onto my keyboard.
Does he force himself into your arms and then rub up against you really hard?
I just threw him out. No, he just looks for any possible way to get my attention and be as annoying as possible at the same time. So I pay attention to him and give him treats. It's basically trying to hold me at gunpoint.
He will destroy all your artwork unless you give him treats.
Ah, time's up. Time to post. A little bit of a gradient. Okay.
Well, I'm glad I have anything to post, so here you guys go.
Ah.
Yeah, it really sucks.
You know, I've been thinking a little bit more about the wool feather homology thing with how long stuff that they say, oh, these are not actually feathers or stuff like that. I honestly am not 100% sure about that. Even though there are like cells with like nuclei and stuff and probably like living tissue in there. I think it can't be ruled out that because ornithischians split off so early from the rest of dinosaurs that we are just looking at a different pathway this stuff came to be. I don't think they look at any like molecular data there to see what kind of keratins were used in these structures.
But they did.
They
There
did?
was some stuff relating to sulfur
Okay.
that's usually associated with like the decay. They did, and it was present in very small amounts.
Okay, I have to look at that again. I
But
only
yeah,
was able to read a little bit of it.
nope, they were able to do some chemical. There probably could be a bit more done. Just like with anything,
usually at
but
least it would be good what kind of keratin it was, if it was alpha or beta keratin.
I don't think they found either. I mean, that's what I got off of it. I could be missing something, but I don't think they suggested it was keratin at all. I need to look at
I
the
don't
paper
think it can
again.
be anything else but than keratin, though.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I
if
should've-
they didn't find like the chemical signal of it, I think then maybe it's just not preserved. But
Sarah Sukav's brought up beta keratin is found in all cerapsid epidermis. So like no matter what you would find at least a bit of beta keratin. So I think that's why they're suggesting like it's something, it's just not like extreme amounts like you see in feathers.
yeah. But also somebody brought up like here the early stages of feather development in birds, like before like the feather like really unfurls, blooms, whatever you want to call it. There is still like living tissue in there, and only afterwards it stops. So
Yeah, well you're going over I can see what's said. It's a Nature paper, so no matter what, it's not gonna be much.
Yeah. I mean, I totally.
That has been literally.
No matter what the conclusion is, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Anyway, Protoichthyosaurus. Let's have a look what people posted. Cheesy Cerato coming in with. I'm so tired. Is it blanky and looking at its phone? Oh no. Get some sleep, Cheesy Cerato. Next, oh wait, this is the actual sketch now. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I think the head could be. No, I think the head is good. In terms of size, the flippers is a little bit too high up on the torso here in both sketches. I think they would be more towards the bottom of the whole thing, like in front as well as back flippers here. And this one here, like that looks better actually. But no, otherwise, very nice. Run from hell. Did the distorted thing? Yes. It do be distorted. Well, I guess this is a pathological specimen. Also, babies have it too. Must be hereditary. Ultra Loser with this backshot. Very cool. I like what you did here. This it gives off a little bit like sailfish, like marlin vibes with the stripes. So nice. Okay, Tiki Cosmonaut coming in with this little guy here. Looks pretty good proportions wise. Perspective on the flippers doesn't quite work. I would say like it looks like this flipper here is a little bit too far back. If you I think it would like come out more like here. Like I don't think they would meet visually like this. But it would be easier to show in a 3D model. But yeah, I think the tail fluke, tail caudal fin would be a little bit more half moon shaped, I think, and it would make the wool body a little bit more rotund. Maybe these guys would be extremely streamlined, like probably not even like with a big distinction between head and the rest of the animal, like in one shape, similar to what you see in dolphins. Okay, a genius. Going in also a little bit with a distorted specimen, I feel, but not quite as much. I think the rostrum could be a little bit slimmer here at the front, and a little bit less like rising up here mid rostrum. But no, otherwise I think that's pretty good. I think the flippers are a little bit too far apart. But otherwise, yeah. No, that works. Coming in with that looks like something I did at some point with Dinosaurus. Protoichthyosaurus swimming into some kind of fish swarm, maybe with some ammonites in there too. Didn't want to draw the body. That is fair. That is fair. It is just a torpedo at the end of the day. No, that looks good. That looks nice. And there is a little sketch by Raven that I unfortunately did not see its final version. Well. No, that's good. I think the flippers would be a little bit larger. Just a little. Keep in mind there would be usually like some soft tissue, like making them broader and a little bit longer. Than what one sees in the fossil. Like say if you look at Stenoprodius, they gain like in width around 50%, just because of soft tissue, and in length also again by maybe like 10% at least, no more like 15. Yeah. Oh, and the caudal fin. You made it very whale-like. Just don't put here this little thingy in here where it like goes restricts in the middle. Just a half moon shaped, like more like a fish. And then that's good, I would say. Nice. Maybe it's a pathology. Next, Malodon Darwini with these two silhouettes. I love how dynamic this is. Very cool. It's grabbing a little Ichthyosaur. Remaleosaur, baby. Nice. Nice. Very nice indeed. My God, Sleepy T-Rex. All these evil algae again. You're not getting any plus points today? Damn. This poor creature. Why? All these algal infections. Otherwise looks pretty good, I think. Tail could be maybe a little bit more half moon shaped. The same actually goes for Roman here, but I absolutely love the aesthetics of this. Very, very cool, with this deep red and stuff, like swimming in an ocean of blood, apparently. Again, I think the torso could be a little bit longer. It's in the moment nearly the same length as a head. It's more like 1.5 skull length, the whole thing. That caudal fin can be a little bit more half moon shaped, very symmetrical, most likely. And the flippers here could be a little bit lower on the body. But yeah, no, it's aesthetically very, very cool. Velociraptor coming in with this little guy here, just swimming along. Very, very cool. Again, the caudal fin could be a little bit more half moon shaped, I would say. But yeah, no. Otherwise, that works. Also, maybe a little bit more rotund body. Okay. Wieswain. Ooh, nice. It reminds me a little bit of Rebecca Dart's style here. Loving the yellow stripe running nearly the full length. Very cool. Again, I think the caudal fin could be a little bit more half moon shaped, like looking at Stenoprodius, which is similarly derived, and fun idea of it like going down into the sediment like this. We actually have a lot of ichthyosaurs preserved in such a fashion. They probably like died up in the water column, and eventually the body like sank to the ground, and with rostrum first going straight into the sediment, they are like so-called belemnite battlefields over here in Germany, where you have like these rostra like shooting into them, which looks very fun. Then, gaps. Gaps doing fun stuff here. A beached specimen, I see. can't be healthy for one's organs. That is
I-
true. I think so. You might have used the distorted skull a little bit too much.
I was about to bring it up. I think the Gaps just used it.
Yeah.
and
I think
didn't
also
hear
the
us talking.
the eye could be a little bit larger. I mean, it is not as large as the thingy, the sclerotic ring, but like it's still like substantially in size, I would say. But yeah, I mean, aesthetically, again, like incredible, beautiful. Looks like you maybe used an orca photo as reference, I feel like. But yeah, no, this is very, very nicely done. Then average bear with Ichthyosaur more before Ichthyosaurus. Well, if it would be, it certainly isn't. Yeah, that looks about right. I think the front flippers again could be a little bit closer together. It's similar to the common critique you see of dinosaur skeletal mounts, that people like have the chest basically cracked open in many of these. Something similar happens with Ichthyosaurs, but not in the mounts. The mounts usually are just 2D and not like the 3D reconstructions. But in art, they are often like also splayed out too much. The coracoids, part of the pectoral girdle, would basically meet in the middle. I see. Very cool, V-Swain. I have not seen that photograph. Octolus. Yeah, there's a troll face. There we go. But the actual portrait looks much better. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Chica Power coming in with the chonker. Very cool. I think it's could be a little bit longer, the torso, I would say, just a little bit. And again, the flippers look like they're a little bit too high up on the torso. But yeah, that looks a little bit better here by Ichi. Ma and Kid encounter a stranger. But is he chill though? Based on the teeth? No. Oh god, that grin. Very
you
nice.
can tell it's the distorted skull.
It's clearly pathological specimen. I think the caudal fin here looks a little bit too thick, I would say. Also like the light edge, the rim light is a little bit too thick, wrapping around the fins here. That makes them look very much thicker than they would be. Also in the case of the caudal fin, it makes them look a little bit floppy. There would be quite a bit of tension there, a lot of connective tissue similar to modern day whales, to keep them quite stiff for all that paddling they had to do. And we have Alex here with another portrait in the making. Also self-portrait just below, by the looks of it. You look tired. Damn. But the skull looks quite nice.
Sleep.
Go to sleep. Grok then
Go to
with,
sleep.
this little guy. I think the skull could be a little bit longer, and it looks a little bit juvenile-ish, I would say. Like the rostrum looks very pointy, the lower jaw very thin. That could be all a little bit more elongated, a little bit more thicker stuff, I would say. But yeah, no. Otherwise, it works. Also, like again, the perspective on the flippers here might be slightly off. Tapping Snurtle going for a very different view here, frontal view. Maybe after going after like a little. Oh wait, there's a description here. Oh, it's a Pteranodontosaurus. Ah, weakling Protoichthyosaurus gigachat Templedontosaurus. Nice, nice. I think although Pteranodontosaurus is not your usual ichthyosaur shape, it still would be a little bit more round. I saw a 3D mount in Stuttgart not too long ago, and the torso is quite wide still. It's still a round boy, quite the sausage, I would say. Nice here with a long flippers. You added very, very appropriate for these guys. Good stuff. Then we have Saurops with another leaping one. I was AFK for 30 seconds. No, you are fine. You are fine. Once again, I want to point out that the flippers here might be a little bit too far apart by quite a bit. But I quite like the color scheme you went with and stuff. And yeah, nope, that's nice. Oh, what? There's a little video here. It's just 2 seconds. Oh, it didn't work out. Oh yeah, the first version was a little bit too long, a little bit too Triassic, I would say. Trying again. I think the second version actually works quite well. And
Yeah, I don't know why you erased it.
Yeah, I don't know why you erased it, honestly. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, no. Nostrils could be slightly further up, I think. Then JW, I like the colors. That works really well with the warm browns and stuff. Very cool. Nice contrast to the very cold blues. Oh god, no. Bonulu. It's just the eye and some parasites, probably inspired by certain images of sleeper sharks, I would guess. I think the eye is a little bit too large. Like, again, it looks more like you went with the outer diameter of the sclerotic ring instead of the inner diameter. I would, like, shrink it down quite a bit. Like, the eye would not touch this much at, like, the lower edge of the mouth, usually. Oh, God. It makes me, it's unnerving to look at it. The goddamn thingy things, yeah. Parasites. Oh my god, yee.
Yeah, if you
Beautiful little chibi creatures.
Yeah, if you scroll down a bit through people posting their stuff, there is aberrantologists.
Ah, there we go. Yes, I look at it. Very cool.
It looks
very nice.
The pinkish color makes it look like it's blushing a little bit.
Yeah.
Such a happy guy.
Yeah. I think the perspective on the flippers here is not quite on point. But yeah, no, it's a very good Protoichthyosaurus. People posting this stuff, and we reach the end. Yippee! Oh, go. Shrinking chat. Excellent. That means we're basically done for tonight. Yippee!
Can't believe it.
Flocking over. Let's have a last little quick look at the things we did. There we go. Okay, loading in. We started tonight with Guidraco, an funny crescent pterosaur from the early Cretaceous of China. Afterwards, Dinosaurus itself, a rather controversial taxon from the Permian of Russia. That it's actually not a dinosaur, but it's named Dinosaurus. Love to see it. Eretmorhipis, one of the coolest marine reptiles of all time. Hupisuchian from the Triassic of China. And last but not least, from the Jurassic of Britain, we have Protoichthyosaurus, an interesting, not as well-known ichthyosaur from Britain. I'm repeating myself. Anyway, this will be everything for now, guys. Thank you all for being here, and see you potentially tomorrow when we will have a look at the moss locality and all its funny little critters. Good night, everyone, and bye-bye.
Do 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 do.